What's up, y'all? What is good? What is good? We are back with another one. What's going on, y'all?
Hey,
What it do, baby? What it do?
What's good, bro?
Hey, I got my man HTM in the building. In the building. What's good with you, brother?
Man, living righteous, my boy. How y'all doing, man?
Man, doing real good. I enjoy doing this content. Man, it just feels so good. It's a beautiful Friday. Got my man Rob. What's good, Rob? Shout out to you, brother.
Hey, what's good, baby? Hey, now that I'm at the lounge, I'm chilling. I'm good. I got my Modelo, which y'all drinking on.
Hey.
You know, this can be good going down, man. It's cold right now. Like it's hot in my apartment, but you know what I'm saying. We good.
Hey, you already know how I get down.
I came up prepared. I ain't yet. I don't even have it. But I'm gonna grab something later.
All right.
Hey, what you gonna get some wine, Jasmine?
You already know. I know. I'm like waiting for it to get chilled. It's warm.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, Jasmine. I mean, you gotta just get it nice and chill. Hey, shout out to Real Talk Cowboy. Shout out to Jay Lombardi. What it do? Good evening, Cowboys Nation. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to you. Shout out to Double R, Aaliyah. What's going on, y'all? HTM, you can get a couple shout outs, brother. I did a lot of your people in here too.
Already, man. Hey, shout out to Regina Green tapping in with me. Jameson Taylor, I see you. What's up with you? Double R, part of the Wrench Game. I see you, my boy. Joshua Fisher tapping in with me. Michael Lockhart, I see you. And also, for everybody on here, we are still doing the raffle. It's $5 for entry. If you want a chance to win a Dallas Cowboy jersey or the winner choice, just send $5 to $ Henny the Moore, and we're gonna be running the raffle to the 25th, which is the day before I leave for the draft. So I appreciate y'all for your support and your participation.
Okay. Hey, listen, man. That is what's up. You going to the draft this year? That is fireworks, bro. And I hope you have a really, really good time because you know it's Cowboys everything. Cowboys everything. Shout out to the Lunatic. What's going on, man? What's good? All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start this show off and talk about Mike Martz. Last show that I was in the last Friday, we were talking about pretty much what was going on with the breakdown, where he was in that video. But this past video on 105.3 The Fan, he was raving about Dak Prescott. Kind of threw me off a little bit, but we already know that Dak Prescott he's that guy, but you have to build around him. The thing is, what he was saying in his interview, he was pretty much talking about guys like Steve Young playing for one team and then going on to the San Francisco 49ers and balling out. If you build around Dak Prescott, this guy can win. The run game, offensive line, wide receivers, all of that. So it's good. It's good. I feel good. And with this draft coming up, I think we can put ourselves in the right position to go ahead and take that next step, y'all.
I agree with that, man. You know, and for me, it starts up front at this point. You know, I really did a show earlier. We were talking about the best thing for the Dallas Cowboys to do was try to build to beat the 49ers. And, you know, that sounds crazy when you first think about it. But, you know, I did a little breakdown. You know, I looked at how Dak Prescott performed in the postseason against everybody else. And then I had looked how he performed in the postseason against the 49ers. And it's night and day. So, you know, just, you know, for a quick rundown of what we looked at, you know, against the 49ers was 46 of 80 for a 57.5 completion percentage. We averaged about 230 yards per game. He had 2 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 rushing touchdown, and a passer rating of 66.7 over those 2 games we played against the Niners. Now, every other game, the other 4 games, 91 of 136, 67% completion percentage, averaging 274.7 yards per game, 107.3 passer rating, which is actually, you know, all time. Like Patrick Mahomes had the best postseason passer rating of 107, so he would be tied for that if we didn't have these 2 49ers games. So 9 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. So 49ers, very, very poor production. Everybody else, like Hall of Fame caliber elite production. So really, I know we already went through, you know, the offseason and adding what we're going to add in free agency. But I really think that when we're trying to add personnel in the draft, it should be really focused on how to neutralize the 49ers, because we know we're going to see them.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can go ahead and piggyback off him, Rob.
Nah, and you said it's crazy to draft to beat one team, but I don't think that's crazy at all. We're better than the Commodores and the Giants. The Eagles, the Eagles are the op right now, right? The Eagles and the 49ers are the op. We should draft to beat these teams, right? We can beat everybody else. Is that Prescott Patrick Mahomes? No, he's not. No one's claiming that he is, right? But he's good enough to beat any team in this league on any given Sunday. Mike Mark, I'm gonna get into Mike Mark's video, because I got goosebumps as a Super Bowl coach is talking about my quarterback like this, right?
Yeah, big time,
bro. I'm trying to tell you, it pisses me off. First of all, I've been up and Dak. I've been up and down with Dak my whole career, his whole career, right? I ain't gonna lie, right? Because sometimes he pisses me off, he been doing some wild shit, but it's because one, he's been surrounded by moving parts his whole career, right? He had Dez and Jason in the beginning and a fresh Zeke, right? New coaches, by Jason Garrett, hello, Kellen Moore. For 8 games, his number one receiver was Allen Hurns, right? And before he got Amari Cooper, right? And then they bring in CeeDee Lamb. Now he's his all-world receiving crew, but then Kellen Moore don't really know what to do with him, right? So he just has all these moving parts every year, and yet he just puts up 28 points a game. And now because he put up he threw 15 picks because Michael Gallup was running lazy routes because his knee wasn't right. And now y'all want to crush him? If this is anybody else, they would have been coming up with reasons why this quarterback is doing this thing. But for us, it's excuses. Cowboys always make up excuses. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, you gotta, for Dak Prescott, you have to have that running game. It is very important. You have to have guys to be able to separate. Guys like Noah Brown, a wide receiver 4 on a really, really good team. You know what I'm saying? The thing is with him, he's been there before. He's been to the playoffs, but consistency is everything with Dak Prescott. But Mike Martz, just like you said, he's a Super Bowl coach, and his words means a lot. It means a lot. And the thing is, if we can just get back to the basic things with Dak Prescott, and they're trying to do the West Coast offense, we know that it's predicated on getting the ball out of his hands, running the ball, and these guys getting catches quickly and yak yardage. That's what it's all about. So you got to do that. It's very, very important, and we'll see. But it's good to see that, though. We know that Dak Prescott is good, and it's good that coaches are actually showing him love and stuff like that, because they were breaking it down in that video. But we got more work to do. I think we'll be fine.
And then one of the biggest compliments he said for Dak was, can he fit into any offense? I think he can play any offense. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want him in an RPO type because he ain't that fast anymore. But he can fit into any offense, right? He's a very talented player. I think his level of his attributes went up last year. I know he threw the 15 picks, but he was taking chances. Plenty of reasons and excuses why he threw the 15 picks, right? But his level of play went up. He's not afraid. So Jay, you always talk about you want Dink and Dak back. I don't want Dink and Dak back. Dink and Dak don't put up 28 points a game, right? Dink and Dak is very conservative with a great running game, but we don't have a great running game right now. We got Tony and Rojo, right? I need Dak to. He's not necessarily the Patrick Mahomes force multiplier, but he is a force multiplier in his own right.
I agree with that.
I don't know if y'all agree with that.
I'm not. Look, I like the Dink and Dak. I like the Dink and Dak because you can be able to pick your shots. You can go out there and dissect defenses. You don't want to try to do too much to pretty boy ball, because when you trying to do way too much, that reminds me of the Kellen Moore stuff. If we can get back to doing the basic things and running the ball, you can be able to dissect these defenses, and that's what it's all about. Let me get to these comments real quick, bro. Shout out to my man Eastside. What's good with you, man? With the $2 super. What's good with you, bro? He said, "Go Texans, Astros, and Rockets." He do it every time, man. What's up? What's going on? Shout out to my man. Matt Madden. What's up, Matt Madden? What's good with you, brother? He said, "Hey, yeah, JC Cowboys Network. I'm finally here, JC. Hey, that's what's up. Glad to have you here. Hopefully you good over there. It's family on this side. It's always good to see you, brother. Let me see. Let me see. Let me get to this one real quick. What's good, Tavis Banks? What's going on? She said, y'all seen yesterday Teddy Bruschi really decided to take a shot at Dak Prescott. I mean, they're going to take a shot at Dak Prescott. They're going to do it, but we believe in him. That's all that matters. It is not easy to find quarterbacks in this league. It's not at all.
Yo,
so
just to
go ahead.
I work on this Teddy Bruschi thing. Yo, Teddy went nuts yesterday. Dog. I don't know if y'all saw it, but he like shots fired, bro. Like they were talking about the top 5 most pressured quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl or something like that. And, you know, he was like Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. It was really like an Aaron Rodgers segment. But then he was like, Dak don't deserve to be on this list. Like, he needs to be on the top 5 to be just to be better in the playoffs, something like that. You know, some craziness. And, like, yo, like it was violence. He chose violence. Like Ron Clark said, he chose violence that day. Like,
yeah.
We already went through the numbers about Dak Prescott in the postseason. So like he's been more than serviceable in the postseason.
Right.
As a raw rookie, he threw for over 300 yards, threw 3 touchdowns, and scored 31 points against Aaron Rodgers. Right. So he went toe to toe with Aaron Rodgers. When you look at his 2 playoff wins, when you look at his 2 playoff wins, he beat Russell Wilson and he beat Tom Brady. Right. So you know, like you can't say that Dak Prescott has not shown up. You know, I gave you the numbers over 100. And even if you don't like exclude the 49ers game, right? He still has over a 90 passer rating. You know, he still has 15 total touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. So, you know, like Dak Prescott has been doing his damn thing in the postseason. Yeah. So I don't really get the knock. I know he wears the star, so he's gonna get the criticism. But you just look at his actual numbers and the production that he has, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the National Football League.
Yeah, but the thing that's so crazy is they hate on him. So they hate so much, bro. They hate so much, but Dak just got to continue to keep doing him. That's what it's all about. And that's why I said that I respect Dak so much, because coming in here as a rookie, having Tony Romo on your neck, any mistake that you made, and this guy was playing such clean ball. That was the time when they was actually calling him Dink and Dak. And Dak was out there balling. I think we went 13-3 that season. You know what I'm saying? So if he can just get back to doing what he does best and you continue to keep building around him, we can get to where we want to go. Defense and offense, the whole 9, all in the trenches, man. That's what it's all about, bro.
I agree with that.
You can read a couple chats.
Like JC.
Oh, well, let me see. I see Freight Train says Dak's first 3 years we played to his strengths and then came killing more. And which is true when you look at like Dak Prescott's rushing attempts and his rushing numbers. He averaged 6 touchdowns a season his first 3 years in the league. He had 18 total. And you know, I don't think he's had like 6 the last 4 years combined. So we definitely have gotten away from Dak Prescott as the rusher. He used to be a big red zone threat. He used to be a guy you could definitely count on to get you some tough first downs with his legs. And, you know, that has not really been what we asked him to do. We don't see the quarterback draws, the quarterback powers, or the read option as often as we used to. So I would like to see that aspect back on this game. And he's showing you that he can still run. Like he was out there running, making plays in the playoffs this year. So he still has the ability. And he's never been like a burner. You know, but he's still 6'2", 240 pounds, so he's not going to get arm tackled.
Yeah. He don't got to be a burner. You know what I'm saying? But Dak, I mean, being that pocket passer, being able to run the ball, you got to keep that in the arsenal as well. It is very important because defenses, they got to think twice. You got to think twice, so you have to continue to keep doing that, just like you said. Go ahead, Rob. You hit on that. Happy birthday to Matt Batten, too.
I was just going to say.
On Sunday. Happy birthday to you, bro.
Happy birthday,
we're going to turn up for you, bro. You know we're going to turn up, man. You know, that's what we do in the line, bro. That's what we do, man. Turn up, y'all. Shout out to my man Silky School. What's good, bro?
One thing I will give Kellen Moore credit for is I believe he did take Dak out of his shell, and he gave him the confidence to show that, like, hey, Dak, you can pass for 5,000 yards in this league. Don't let anybody tell you you're a 4th-round quarterback. You can't do it, right? We weren't really giving him the chance because the offense was predicated around Ezekiel Elliott and this offensive line, right? And Dak was just kind of filling in the holes from there. We forget now that Dak did almost break his whole leg off, right? So when it comes down to like not rushing the ball, that might be him going to coaching to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about this run game no more. And like He's not as explosive as he used to be, right? Which is fair, but I think last year you did see the run game come up a little bit. He has some big time first down runs now. It's a big game, right? But I think Amari Cooper and Kellen Moore did exactly what they needed to do for Dak. They progressed him to this next level, right? And now Mike McCarthy needs to get him over that last little hump, right? Now he has the confidence to throw 3 picks against the Titans and still beat them up by 14 points. You know what I'm saying? So like, I like Dak. I like what he's doing. Go ahead.
It's gonna be big. Shout out to my man Eastside Herb with the $2 super. What's good, bro? He said more like a 4th round joke. Come on, man. Stop hating, man. You come in here hating. Man, you come in here hating.
Don't mind Eastside Hair. He still got Freaking Man on his profile picture. He good.
Hey Henry, that's it. That's his job, bro. That's his job to hate.
More happy ending than touchdowns.
Hey, Jazz, read that, Jazz.
I want either Darnell Washington or Darnell Washington.
Man. You talking about? Hold on, Darnell Wright or Darnell Washington? I like them. I like them both. But I'm just not sure about Darnell Washington in the first round. If you can get him in the second round, the guy has freak athleticism. He's kind of like a Tyler Smith. Remember when Tyler Smith came in? And I've said it before, but he was a road grader, but he needed work on the technique things in the pass coverage, protecting the passer. But with Darnell Washington, being able to be a good blocker, but he has questions about catching the ball or running routes and stuff like that. So he's going to be one of those guys that's a project. What you guys think about Darnell Washington?
I don't want a single tight end in the first round. I don't give a damn what they name are. It could be Darnell Washington. It could be Darnell Maryland, Darnell Texas. I don't want them. So if you look at the history of tight ends in the first round, for the last 10 seasons, guys like OJ Howard, Kyle Pitts. Now people will look at Kyle Pitts. Well, he had 1,000 yards. Kyle Pitts has more career snaps at wide receiver than he does at tight end. And when you think about the fact that he got taken over a guy like Jamar Chase, they lost on that bet. You look at OJ Howard has been on multiple teams already. Hayden Hurst is on his 5th team, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
David Njoku.
Making a lot of money, but he didn't even have the production that Dalton Schultz, a 4th round pick, had. So I don't want to take a tight end in the first round because they're not the guys that pan out. You look around the league, like Dallas Goedert, he was a 2nd round pick. The boy with the Ravens, he was a 3rd round pick. Kittle was a 5th round pick. You look at Kelsey, he was a 3rd round pick. So all these guys that actually end up blossoming into these tight ends that set the league on fire aren't even the guy that they're predicting. So why? I'm not even risking it. We have other holes and more prior needs that we can be taking over a tight end. Because listen, go ahead. Our
own Cowboys great tight ends, Jay Novacek. I think he was like a 4th rounder maybe. I'm not sure about him, but Jason Witten was like a 3rd rounder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We don't need this 1st round tight end when we have a tight end 1 on the football team. A tight end 1. Jake Ferguson's a tight end 1. Day 1.
See, but the thing is with me,
job this year.
The thing is with me, like, I'm not sure if Ferguson is the tight end 1 because I haven't really seen him get that much burn yet. I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're bringing in a guy, if you know the scouting department, if you know that you can bring in a tight end that can make a difference, you got to get it right. But I did want to talk about this guy, regardless if we want him or not. We still got to talk about it because it's a draft show. We got to break it down because that was the main thing that they have been talking about. And let's get to it. So shout out to my man Cameron Milligan. He said, man, if we taking a tight end, it's Michael Mayer for sure. All right. I like Michael Mayer a lot, but let's just get to it. We got to at least break it down. Not the biggest pick in the tight end, but if he can make a difference, if he can be a Jason Witten, then you have to consider. That's what it's all about. So let's get to it. All right. Let me see. Okay. So this player is 6'5", 249 pounds, 5-star recruit coming out of Kentucky. I'm real big when it comes down to 5-star recruits. What did you do in high school? You know what I'm saying? He was the best tight end in Notre Dame, and he shattered records. He shattered the all-time record in catching, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Solid at everything at the tight end position, and he does not have a true weakness. Blocking, contested catches, toughness, the whole nine. He reminds me of Grunk. When he's touching the ball, that yak yardage, he's like a Grunk and a Kittle when the ball is in his hands. That's just what I see from this player. And there's things that he can work on, like route running and stuff like that. I mean, everybody is not a perfect prospect, but he also was a team captain, and they're comparing this player to Jason Witten. So my thing is, if you watch this player's highlight, work that this guy was putting in, the dude was doing damage. That's why they're talking about us drafting this guy, because they probably don't know much about Ferguson and what he's going to do going forward, guys. You can hit that, HTM.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. Like, skill set wise, this, that, and the third, I understand. He probably is a great prospect. But, you know, this is just like, you know, when you're out there, you know, back when you were a kid, you know, you're riding in the car with your mom, you pass McDonald's. You say, "Hey, Mom, can I stop and get a Happy Meal?" He said, "Boy, we got McDonald's at home."
Yeah.
All right, so...
yeah.
So we got McDonald's at home when it comes to a guy like Michael Mayer. So I'm sure he has a lot of good skill sets, right? But you know, we just let Dalton Schultz hit the door, right? When you think about Dalton Schultz over the last 2 seasons, he was sixth in yardage, 4th in receptions, and 5th in touchdowns among all tight ends, right? So you were getting top 5 production from that man. You let him walk because y'all sold me on Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot being capable of giving us the same production. So if that's the case, I'm not going to spend a top 100 pick. No, matter of fact, I might spend a top 100 pick, but I'm definitely not spending a top 30 pick on a tight end. No, I just let a guy that I already know can give me top 5 production lead the door. If I was going to, you know, invest that much into a tight end, I would have just gave Dalton Schultz a little bit of money. But, you know, you sold me on Jake Ferguson, who was a 4th-round pick himself, and you sold me on Peyton Hendershot. So I'd rather just see what the young guys are doing. If they're good enough to take Dalton Schultz's job, I don't need another tight end.
So let me read this from Real Talk.
My thing is, so you say that they're good enough to take Schultz. They took Schultz's job.
Well, the front office is putting it that way. They let him walk. You know what I'm saying? They were betting on them to come in and to develop. Now, I'm the guy that beat the table for Dalton Schultz to stay. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I was campaigning for Dalton Schultz to stay, but this is the direction the front office tried to sell us on. So, you know, you can't double talk me. Like, you already let Big Brother go because you said these other boys were good enough to do the chores around the house. You know, he going out to college, he's living his life, doing whatever. So, you know, they the man of the house now. So if they supposed to be the man in the house, let them handle some responsibilities around this mother.
Right. Facts. Let me get to this real quick. I'm boycotting tight end and wide receiver at 26. Can't change my mind. Oh my gosh. Hey,
I could change your mind about a couple wide receivers, but you know, you definitely can't. I definitely ain't gonna fight you about tight end.
Yeah, with me, the tight end, I'm thinking Michael Mayer, just because I just see the type of player he is. I'm not sure about guys like Ferguson, and I know they're here because you know, the thing is, I don't think that Ferguson will be a top 5 type of tight end in this draft right here. I think he's good, but there's a lot of good tight ends. The tight ends are deep in this draft, but my thing is just get the best player. But we have to talk about this. Not saying that I want to go tight end for the first pick, because you know I'm a trenches guy. You know, that's just what it is. But we have to talk about it because we can't let this catch us off guard if this really happens. That's just what it is. Now, as far as the wide receiver, you already know there's a couple wide receivers that I would like with the first pick if they were there. Guys like Jordan Addison, if he's there. But other than that, you know, I'm trenches guy all the way, bro. Go ahead, Rob. Thank you so much for the $2 super too, bro. Appreciate you.
I just want to piggyback on the Ferguson thing for a little bit. I think the comment right before the $2 super chat, he said Ferguson took full advantage of his opportunities. He wasn't given a lot of opportunities, right? That's because we had Schultz, right? I think he's more athletic than Schultz. I think he's more big play than Schultz. Travis Kelce gave him the thumbs up, right? And the GOAT gives you thumbs up. I'm cool with you, right? I did not beat the table for Dalton Schultz because I thought he was a good security blanket for Dak Prescott. I think Dak just kind of went to him like, when he was down, whatever. And he ran good routes, but I'm saying? He never really did anything special for me, right? I want everybody who touches the ball to be able to score a touchdown on this offense. And Ferguson could do that from the tight end position. And I think Ferguson would probably be the best tight end in this draft. And when you say you haven't seen burn from Ferguson, you haven't seen one snap from any of these rookies. I know that athletic ability travels to the NFL. You've seen it. His highlight tape is him jumping over some dude. He's athletic. Like, he can do this, right? We don't know for sure, but I've been sold. And to spend 26 or 26 pick at the tight end. I know all four of us are not on tight end 1 or tight end at 26. I know you're not, JC. And I like this Michael Mayer kid too. Like, if he was there for some strange reason, if he was there at 58, but go get him.
Oh,
right?
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely not happening. Yeah, that's not happening.
Of course. But
it's a lot of tight ends, but Michael Mayer would be one of the first ones to go, if not the first.
And I'm not down on getting another tight end. I think we need to get one more tight end in this draft. I'm just very sold on Jake Ferguson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on Jake Ferguson.
Okay.
I think that's a position that you can field in the later rounds of the draft, like you've been doing. There's plenty of tight ends that know. And listen, you're supposed to have your top 2 tight ends on deck already, right? So you're just looking for somebody to be your third tight end, maybe develop over Peyton Hendershot down the line. Then you can find that in the 4th round. But when you're talking about value, like there's things that you can. There's certain positions like in the 1st round you can take that you won't have the same quality in the later rounds. Like let's say if there's a left tackle there at 26. Let's say somebody was smoking crack and Perry Johnson fell down to the draft. He's there at 26. Or maybe the Jones boy from Georgia. Like you don't find too many really good left tackles. No, that's why they make a lot of money. When you're thinking about the guys on the offense who get the money, it's the quarterback that they make the plays, it's the left tackles because they protect the quarterback's blind side, and then it's the wide receivers. So those three positions are entrenched. You don't really too much find like quality left tackles in the later rounds of the draft. So like that's a position I wouldn't mind spending a pick 26 on. Guard, I think I can manage maybe in the 2nd round maybe. Because some people say that Steve Avila, because some people say Steve Avila will fall to the 2nd round. I'm not too sure about that, but I think there's some quality level guards in this draft.
Right, facts. Hey, shout out to my man Dwayne Brown. Thank you so much for that $10 super, man. He said, "What's up, guys? Just dropping in to show my support, working on my van." Hey, shout out to you. Hey, the next show, I'm gonna make sure that I put your van on. I want them to see your van because I seen that comment. You was like, "Yeah, I wish JC can show my van." So I got you, bro. I'm gonna do that for you.
Like D-Wayne.
Yeah, he always showing love.
Indeed.
But yeah, man, it's gonna definitely be good. But we have to we just gotta see how it all plays out with it. We gotta see how it all plays out. Shout out to my man Hoodlum. What's good, bro? He said Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison. Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison. Y'all already know how I feel about Jordan Addison. That's my guy right there. If he comes on this team, we're definitely going to get him on. He's going to be on this show because I'm tied in with them. But if that was to happen, you know what I'm saying? But
hey, real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but hey, shout out to Dwayne Brown for the $10 donation. They got you 2 more entries into the raffle, and then shout out to Donald Holmes for the $10 donation. That also got you 2 more. So I appreciate y'all. Matter of fact, Dwayne Brown, let me update y'all real quick. Shout out
to y'all tuning in to HTM Sports and JC Cowboys Network. You already know what it is. It takes a lot of effort to do the work that they do, so all the love and support is greatly appreciated in all these platforms. So
amen.
Hugs, loves, kisses from the ladies because they can't do it.
Hey, shout out to Wayne Brown. You now got 14 entries, and shout out to my boy Donald Holmes. You got 7. So I appreciate y'all for supporting.
Yeah, and anybody that's on my side, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for my man HTM. Get him to 700. I think you need how many more, bro?
No, we need him at 1,000. If you new, make sure y'all go to HTM. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers, man. It's about time.
Yeah.
Top.
I told him that earlier. Yeah, I told him that earlier.
I appreciate that. Well, yeah, I'm at 697 right now. So, you know, we're steady pushing, steady growing, and I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with your boy, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Shout out to my man, Matt Batten. He said Jordan Addison is a beast. Agreed, JC Cowboys Network. Yeah, he is definitely a beast, man. Definitely a beast. And just the route running ability, being able to take the top off of defense. The thing is with him, he has game speed. That's what it's all about. I know I still got my man on here. Like, the thing is, I'm just not sure exactly where this player is going to get drafted at. But if he is there, then you have to consider it. But remember, offensive line, defensive line, that's first. But if you can find somebody that can play left tackle, then it'll be hard to pick up a player like Jordan Addison. So that's why I'm not getting my hopes up. But at the same time, and even guys like Drew Sanders, like if you know that this player can be able to rush the passer and play the linebacker position, that's the Micah Parsons type of stuff. You know, so they're going to consider that as well. And he was a top 30 visit. What you think about that, Rob?
Hey, look, I'm down with wide receiver at 26, but it's only two guys, and that's Jordan Addison, and it's Quentin Johnson to me. I think Quentin Johnson could be a better player than Michael Gallup is right now, and I think Jordan Addison could be all world. He got that route running ability, that separation ability. But that's only two guys at wide receiver for me. And maybe y'all starting to sell me on Zay Flowers a little bit. Maybe.
Now, see, I'm surprised you didn't say JSN. You know, just because he's a big wide receiver, he's one or two of the best route runners in this year's draft, and he's a Texas kid. But you know, I can understand, you know, him having the injury last season, not really producing. But, you know, when he was out there, you know, the year before, he was the best player on the field. And that was a team that had Garrett Wilson, who was the offensive rookie of the year. And then, you know, they also had the other boy that went down to the Saints. So they had a loaded wide receiving room, and he was the best guy there. So, you know, I feel you on there, but I think that JSN is also worth a first round pick, especially since we're picking at 26. It's damn near a second rounder.
Right. I'm gonna cut you off right there. Hey, Dwayne Brown, just saw it. Thank you very much. $10 cash app. Always appreciate the love. I'm put to good use, I promise.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Good man right there. Good man right there.
You're a good man, D Brown.
So much. I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all do for us, man. Because y'all give us that energy to be creative and keep creating content, keep going on live streams. It's like talking to a family, and that's what it's all about. Being on live with my man Henny. Hey, bro, great energy with you, man. Great energy. You know, hey, listen, man. You know, we turning up. Hey, chat box, can you please tell me, before we continue, can you please tell me what you're drinking? Please, y'all know what we do. I didn't even ask this question yet because we got right into it. But please let me know. Is it water? Is it liquor? Let me know. Because you know that's what we do. We turn up. Hey, shout out to you, Hoodlum. What's good, man? That's my dog right there. He said, listen, we not drafting no damn tight end in the first round, so stop. That's why would Jerry let Schultz walk, then go spend a first rounder on a tight end? That makes no sense. Yeah, exactly, bro. But the thing is, you know we got to talk about it, Hoodlum. You know we got to talk about it because I don't think he was he wasn't a top 30 visit. But the thing is, a lot of people have been mocking him, and I think Brian Broaddus, I listen to Brian Broaddus a lot, but he believed that he can be an option as well. But the thing is, trenches. And I believe in Ferguson, you just got to go out there and do it. You got to go out there and do it. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, you know why they're I think all these dudes, the Brian Broaddus of the world, the ESPNs, all these mock drafts out there, you know why they're putting tight end at our position of need or whatever, our position that we're going to draft at 26? Because they're just trying to set us up, right? Because they know we're not going to go tight end. So when we don't go tight end, there's just going to be more Cowboy bash talk, right? Oh, they didn't get a tight end. They needed a tight end, but they got a linebacker, Drew Sanders, or something like that, right? When Drew Sanders is somebody that can come on this team and start day one, right? At 26, I need a day one starter, right? No one in this draft is going to come over and start with my boy Jake Ferguson first day. I'm sorry. And I kind of feel that about I kind of feel that about left tackle. No one's going to come in and start over Tyron from day one, but we know Tyron's not playing 17 games. We know this, so I understand that. I understand the tackle talk. I'm just not completely with it at 26. And then at guard, Osiris Torrance isn't going to come in and start over Tyler Smith at left guard, right? Day one right now, our offensive line is solidified, right? With Terrence Steele healthy, with everybody healthy, right? But I know we're drafting for the future. We're drafting for eventual injury replacement. I get that, I understand. But I still want somebody who's going to come in and start day one in a Drew Sanders, someone who's going to come and start day one in a Bijan Robinson, or interior defensive lineman. That's me.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on offensive line. But like I said, you know, I started off saying like, hey, we need to be trying to build this team to beat the 49ers. Yeah. Well, when you look at our offensive line, like, you know, people be talking about how great it is, that like they're living a couple years in the past. When you look at our pass block win rate, it was 28th in the entire NFL last year. Yeah, it was like 23rd the year before. And so it's been like a bottom pass blocking team the last 3 seasons. I forget the win rate in 2020, but it was abysmal. Right. But, you know, you can't really protect your quarterback. Even in that 49ers game in 2021, we allowed 5 sacks and 20 pressures in one damn game. And it was a game where the Bosa boy he left the field. So, you know, we got to do something about protecting our quarterback. And, you know, I know they're one of the better run defenses in the league, but when you're actually able to run against them, right? They only had one game the entirety of last year that they won, you know, when they allowed 99 rushing yards or more in the regular season. And even that game went to overtime. So the way to beat the 49ers is to beat them at their own game, run the ball, and win up front in the trenches on both sides. Right. And the Dallas Cowboys right now, the way they're constructed, are not really set for that. You know, we're not a very good run defense ourselves, and we have not really been able to protect our quarterback. Even our run blocking, you know, once Terrence Steele got injured, you know, went down the drain. Our running backs were averaging about 2.5 yards a carry at the end of the season.
Right. No, I agree. Do you think? Let me ask you a question. Do you think the bigger problem is run defense or pass block offense?
Well, this is the thing. You can mitigate some things on schematically for pass blocking, right? You can move the launch point of the pocket. You know, you can run the ball more efficiently, so you don't have to be in too many passing situations. But you know, for run defense, you can't really hide that. You know, they're just gonna put their big nasties up front, run behind them. Because you got to remember, like 2018. Like, we got ran off the field. We gave up almost 300 yards on the ground. I believe like 275 in a one singular playoff game.
In the Rams game?
Yeah, like 275, 269. I forget which one it was, but it was a lot. Then, you know, these last 2 49ers games, we weren't really established. We should have been in the run game. You know, hell, matter of fact, put it to perspective. If the 49ers can't run the ball, they can't win. Because you look at the 4 playoff games that Jimmy Garoppolo won. He threw one touchdown and 3 interceptions in those 4 games. He was not the reason they won any of those games. But he was not asked to do a lot. He was just a participant. You know, he was the guy in the group project that went and got everybody coffee where they did the hard work. So, you know, you got to make their quarterbacks, you know, be more than cameos and guest appearances. You know, they got to be the featured thing in their offense. So you got to neutralize their run game. And hell, even now they got Sam Darnold. Like, he ain't never been shit.
I know, right? I know. Hey, shout out to my man Eastside here. It's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? We chopping it, but trying to get it all through right now. But shout out to you, Eastside. He said Teddy Bruschi was speaking those facts about Dak. Hey, man, stop hating, man. Stop hating. Oh, my goodness. He's going to be fine. Trust and believe he's going to be fine. Shout out to my man Mark Merida. He said, yo, stop. Got to get a quarterback first. That's legit. He is legit, coach. He is legit. That's my coach. That's my coach, Mark, right there. Hey, shout out to you, man. Much love to you, but you know how I feel about Dak. Dak Prescott is that guy, but you just have to build around him. We said this in the early part of this stream. Just build around him. That's what it's all about. He does not have to be what's his name? Patrick Mahomes. He does not have to be Josh Allen. Just go out there and do your job. That's what it's all about, man.
I have something to interject to that. So y'all remember where everybody was beating the table for CJ Stroud to do this and do that? You know, they said that the Dallas Cowboys were enamored by him, and then all these major outlets have turned around and comped CJ Stroud to Dak Prescott. You saw that, right? That like his NFL comparison is Dak Prescott with the way he makes the second level throws. But why the hell would we want him then? We already got him at home. So which quarterback we gonna go get in the draft then? Because CJ Stroud to some people is the best available option. Some people say, oh, the boy for Alabama, but you know, it varies. He's top 1 or 2 quarterback. So you can tell just by the comparison that Dak Prescott is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. You know what I mean? If they're saying that this top pick is supposed to be Dak Prescott, you know, that's a glowing review, in my opinion. So like, you don't really need to go get a quarterback. Like, he's 61-36 as a starter. He's top 25 all time in career win percentage. He's top 10 all time in completion percentage, passer rating, and touchdown to interception ratio. And this past stretch with Dak Prescott as the quarterback has been the most successful the Cowboys have been in the last 20 years. Because even in the Tony Romo era, there was a 4-year stretch when we ended either under 500 or 8-8. So this is the most successful the Dallas Cowboys have been in a long time with Dak Prescott at the helm. So just give him time, give him weapons, and, you know, build around him like y'all been saying. But we have the quarterback we need.
Yeah, we do. It's like I said, it's so hard to find quarterbacks in this league, man. Like, you can't. It takes time. We know that it had a lot to do with Kellen Moore. A lot of things was mixed up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is with him, just getting back to doing the basic things. We can get to the games. We can get to 12-5. We can win a lot of games, but you gotta win when it matters most. And that's the thing with Dak Prescott. And we believe, but he has to step up when the lights are bright. That's what it's all about.
Indeed.
If this was any other quarterback, bro, like in 4 out of Dak's 7 years, he's won double-digit games.
Correct.
Right. He's won 12 games 3 times. Won 13 games once. Right. 3 of those seasons, Zeke got suspended on some bullshit. He broke his whole leg in half, and then Allen Hurns was like his star receiver in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
correct.
Like, you know, like, if there's any other quarterback, we're not having this conversation. But if you put the star on your helmet, it's a thing. But that's okay. That's why we're America's team. We're here to talk to y'all about it. It's all good. It's all good.
That's what it's all about.
Hey,
Jazz, you can go ahead and read that, Jazz.
We might have to draft the center or RT because both Steele and Badia's position markets will be expensive. Huh?
Be honest.
Okay. Our position markets will be expensive after 2023. Can't keep both at their price tags. No.
You hit that, Rob.
Hey, look, you know I like my boy out of Ohio State, big boy, Dwayne Brown.
Yeah, he's nice. That's a big boy.
Yeah, that boy he be demolishing people, right? And you talk about a road grader in the run game. I think he could be an excellent replacement for Ryan Steele, especially coming off of ACL, especially being expensive next year, right? I like him a lot. If you get him in the second round, I don't know, right?
He might be there. He might, but you just gotta see how the board falls.
Once these tackles start going, I think they're gonna go pretty quick. So yeah, we'll see how it falls. I agree with you, JC.
Yeah.
Center wise, I don't really see any centers that kind of stick out to me. I see some guys that could play center, like John Michael Smith. He can play center, right? I think we said Cody Mock could play center, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Biotish fan, but we felt him when he wasn't there. We felt the downgrade, but anytime your starting position goes out, you're gonna feel it a little bit, right? So that's anybody, right? That's anybody. So they can be upgraded, and their price tag is coming, right? So I think I've been saying it all year. This team, this draft right now, the way we've done the offseason already, I want to win now. Like, this is a win now year, right? I'm not worried about the future, but the draft is always still about the future. It's always going to be about the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you draft a win now player, right? It's still about the future, right? I trust Will McClay. He'll do his job. He's best in the game. So we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Facts. All right, let's see.
Dwayne Jones, Ohio State. Dwayne Jones, my fault.
He said, Biotis doesn't give up sacks. I respect that 100%. He's done his job, but we cannot keep him after 2023. He's definitely doing his job. That's the thing. When you have a guard like Zach Martin right next to you, it's going to make you better. We got to see what's going on with Tyler Smith, though. Is he going to play left guard or is he going to play the left tackle position? And I got to give a lot of credit to Will McClay on that one. Bringing him in, having a guy that can be able to play the left tackle, left guard, he gets his flowers. Aggressive guy, but we'll see. I don't know how it's going to all play out, but this leads to this, though, right here, though. I got to show y'all another player real quick because if we be able to get him, let's see.
Robbie, chilling. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Hey, quick shout out to Steve.
I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show.
Right. Hey, quick shout out to the Freight Train for the $5 donation. And Ken Folks said, what if Mahomes had Kellen as his OC and Jason Garrett as his head coach? Well, he would not be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Coaching is big in the NFL. Coaching, play calling, play design, play execution, personnel. It's huge in the NFL. When you have Kellen Moore, who really didn't deserve to get, what did Kellen Moore do to deserve to get this job? Been saying for 4 years. What did he do prior to this besides back up Dak Prescott to get the offensive coordinator job of the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, you know, he he reminded Jerry Jones of his grandson or something. You know, he hit all the right buttons.
I'm telling you. But the thing is with him, like, he's good in the regular season. Very, very good in the regular season. But when Kellen Moore, when it gets down to playoff games, when games really matter, when the defenses are stout, you're gonna have to think. But his problem is he doesn't adjust. That's what it is. That's the problem. You don't adjust when the games are very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the biggest knock on the Cowboys before the start of this season? That we couldn't beat playoff teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we only beat the NFC East and we beat up on bad teams, right? Like, Kellen Moore, to me, wasn't really that good in the regular season, right? We couldn't beat the Eagles back in 19, late in December when Amari was on the sideline with his coat on. Talking about keep Amari Cooper. We couldn't beat New England when Stephon Gilmore was beating up Amari Cooper and Kellen Moore didn't know what to do, right? And like Jason Garrett and Mike McCarthy in separate years are looking at Kellen Moore like, why is this dude in charge? Like, why are you not in charge, coaches? Why are you not calling these plays? Like, I was at the Dallas Minnesota game Sunday night a couple years ago. I think it was back in like 2019 when we lost on some late nonsense by Kellen Moore because he just wasn't calling the right plays. It's like I've never had respect for Kellen Moore. I'm sorry. Like he has. I did say he has helped develop Dak Prescott into a confident quarterback. Like, you can throw for 5,000 yards, right? He was the offensive coordinator on 2 12-5 teams, so I get it. I understand. But before this year, we weren't really beating any good teams. And that's really a shout-out to Dan Quinn and the defense.
Yeah. Hey, shout-out to my man B-Bird. Thank you so much for that love, man. $2 super. He said, just dropping in to show some love. Hey, you already know. It's always love on these Cowboy streams. That's what it's all about. But, yeah, man, with Kellen Moore, it's just crazy. It is what it is. He had his opportunity, but he did not capitalize. So best of luck to him over there in the AFC, but we just got to move forward. Now Mike McCarthy is calling the plays, and we got to understand that when you have a guy like Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore both on the same team, it's a lot of ego. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ego with that. So the thing is, he's by himself now, Mike McCarthy. You call those plays. He's going to be the head coach. Hopefully he can get these guys right. But it starts off with free agency and the draft. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
Preach.
All right. Let me go. Okay, so let me go here real quick. Let me get here. Keep it moving. Let's see. All right. So definitely wanted to talk about this guy here because a lot of people have been talking about him. He might end up being drafted before we pick, but he's another guy that they've been talking about, so we got to break it down. 6'5", 333 pounds. He was an all-SEC first team in 2022, and he was a part of an offense that led the nation in total offense and scoring. He's a former 5-star recruit. So the thing is with me, the same thing with Michael Merritt. He was a former 5-star recruit. I am really big on that coming out of high school. Guys like Drew Sanders was the same thing. You know, you look at little things like that. You know what I mean? And yep, top 10 player in the nation when he came out. He's one of the most physical players in this draft, and he had very, very good film against Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and Clemson, all top dog schools. And he limited Will Anderson, BJ Ojulari, and Brian Breesy last year at that. So just having a player like him, I'm not sure if this guy can be able to be a guard, but I know that he played some left tackle, didn't he, HTM?
Yeah, matter of fact, he didn't play any left tackle this year. The year before, he had 920 snaps at the left tackle position, and he had 14 snaps in 2020 at left tackle. So for his career, he has 934 snaps at left tackle. Last year, he played right tackle, 892 snaps, and in 2020, he had 554 snaps at right tackle. So if you're asking which position he's played more at, is right, but you know, and that's probably his strongest position. That's where I take Pro Football Focus grades with a grain of salt, because they are all over the place with how they evaluate players. But if you believe their rating, like, he had a better year at right tackle this last year than he ever had at left tackle.
But the thing is, do you think that he? Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So if we draft him at 26, does he start over Tyron at left or Terrence Steele at right if everybody's healthy?
Terrence Steele's a dog.
Terrence Steele is a dog, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Tyron Smith's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
but the question is, can he play guard? You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen it.
Would you play him over Tyler Smith at left guard?
No, because because Tyler Smith has earned his right to play. Tyler Smith definitely earned his right to play from what I've seen. Because he actually did what he did against grown ass men with mortgages, wives, side chicks, and no secrets to keep. So there's not very often where a kid can come to the league and beat up on grown ass men. They're very motivated what they're doing. So the fact that he was able to do that and he showed me he was ready for the NFL, he got to keep his spot. But Terrence Steele also, when he's in the lineup, he's one of the best run blocking right tackles in the National Football League. If you look at the numbers, he struggles a little bit in pass pro from here to there, but that's the side that Dak Prescott can actually see. So Dak Prescott, he can mitigate some of the pressure on his side, even if you're not completely sold on his pass protection. So I like Terrence Steele, with his physicality, his ability to get to the second level and block. So I really like what he brings to the table. So it really would be, if for Tyron Smith, do you see Tyron Smith at the starting left tackle, or do you want him to be a swing? If you want him to be a swing, then yeah, you could bring somebody in to play left tackle. But I really don't want Tyron Smith to be the swing. A swing sounds cool and cute and stuff, but swing is just a way to say backup. So I need if Tyron Smith is my backup, that means he playing when this other guy is hurt. Well, his ass already got an injury history. So the dude in front of him gets hurt, he come in and get hurt, I'm gonna be on my third tackle. So I don't really know what the Dallas Cowboys are thinking about doing at the left tackle position. Hey, Rampage, what's up with you, man? He said HTM Sports.
That's my dog right there, bro. Yeah,
I'm a Rams fan, but I love football. Already, man. I appreciate the love and support, my guy. Thank you.
Yeah, that's my dog right there. Shout out to you, Rampage. I appreciate you, man, for subscribing to his channel, man. Always got good information. He's the whiz around here. He's the whiz. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. The good thing about the content creators, Dallas Cowboys content creators, is everybody got their certain little skill sets. You know what I'm saying? And my man, he comes with the stats. Straight up.
Hey, yo, Wiz. I thought I was the guy. I'll come up. I remember playing from 7 years ago. Man, you're hitting me with all these stats. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Right.
He's the sports analyst.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Hey, so let me ask a question though. With this 28th ranked pass block offense that we had last year, do you think that was more scheme player, Dak coaching. How can we improve? How can we improve it?
Well, this is the thing, right? The offensive line that they envisioned to start the season, right before anything happened, they wanted Tyron Smith to play left tackle because that's what they talked about. They wanted Tyler Smith to be your left guard, Biotis to be the center, Zach Martin to hold it down at right guard, and then they wanted Terrence Steele to be to be the right tackle. Well, we all know that Tyron Smith didn't make it out of training camp, so they reshuffled everything that they wanted to do along the offensive line. And even when he came back, they put his ass at right tackle. So, the Dallas Cowboys never actually saw the offensive line that they envisioned to start the year. So I feel like, they had some guys playing out of position that they shouldn't have. I still think the lineup that I just gave you as currently constructed is the best offensive line that they could put out there. So,
So I completely agree. And I think that'd be our day one offensive line.
It should be.
That's why I'm not so big on tackle at 26. Because I think we're just drafting a backup, right? And now you can't convince me that if we draft guard or tackle and you put Tyron as swing tackle, you're keeping him fresh for later in the season for the playoffs when you really might need him. You can maybe convince me of that, but I'm not with that, right? Mm-hmm. I think day one, our best five is the five that you just said, right? That's the five that we wanted last year. That's the five that we envisioned. And I think if Tyron Smith don't do something crazy like rip his whole hamstring off the knee,
they just got to stay healthy, bro. That's the thing. If you're not going, if these guys do not stay healthy, that's not how you're going to get past the 49ers. That's why they're talking about stuff like that, because these guys are not getting any younger. Tyron Smith is not getting any younger. Much love to Zach Martin, but he's getting older as well. So they're trying to cover themselves up. Left tackle is a premier position. So see a player that's there in the future. You just got to just think about it and see how it all plays out. But that's why they're considering offensive line with the first pick, bro.
And this is the thing.
Funny, we've been spoiled by left tackle for so long. We had Flozell right before Tyron, and we just been spoiled at left tackle. We almost forget about left tackle, right? But it is very important. It's very important. But just for this draft, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. How long is a football season? It's 17 games, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's how many games Tyron Smith has played in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So I was just really sitting here I was pro getting a wide receiver at one point, right? I was like, damn, give me another weapon. There's somebody in this draft that could be better than Michael Gallup. But the more I sit here and think about who the hell that the one team we can't beat, we're gonna have to do something about the offensive line. And listen, I think that with his size and his ability to get to the second level, I think Tyler Smith would be a great, guard. They want to go that route with him. But if I have a chance to get one of these better left tackles, I'm going for it. Matter of fact, I would trade up to get Paris Johnson. When we talk about Tyron Smith, what he used to do in past tense, that's a dude out there that, man, he's athletic enough. If you wanted him to line up a tight end, he could do it.
Is Paris Johnson the best pass blocking left tackle in this draft?
It's up for debate. But
it's up for debate. It's a lot of tackles, man. But he's stout though, bro. He is stout at the tackle position. So, but it's going to definitely be good. But you're so right about it though, because that left tackle position is very important. But if y'all want Tyler Smith at the guard position, just like we said, the right tackle position should be solidified with our boy. You know what I'm saying? And that surprised me because La'el Collins leaving and they believing in Steele like that, and he went out there and took that position and ran with it. That's what it's all about. So that's solidified over there, if you ask me. So don't get so caught up with Jerry Jones saying that swing tackle, he's a swing tackle. And that's what he did say, Rob. He said that Terrence Steele is a swing tackle. That's crazy. Yeah. It was Terrence Steele, not Tyron Smith. So
No. He said Tyron was a swing tackle.
No, he said Terrence Steele. What did he say, HTM?
I'm finna Google it because y'all ain't finna have me on here lying.
Yeah,
no. He said
that box. Who did he say was the swing tackle? I believe it was Terrence Steele, and he's tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already earned it.
He's tripping either way.
Either way.
Yeah, Jerry Jones did call Terrence Steele a swing tackle. He might have said the same thing about Tyron Smith, but we finna
either way.
Yeah, man. Like the thing is, like if you know you got a guy that's there that solidified that position, you keep that guy there and figure it out at the left tackle position. I don't know what they're going to do, but if you see somebody there, just like my man Henny said, if you see somebody there, it's going to be hard to pass on a guy like that.
Yeah. I agree. So
shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. What's good, Matt Bad? He said Dewan Jones he's a beast. Yeah, he's definitely a beast. That's a big boy, man. Definitely a big boy. Shout out to you, Aaliyah. She said Jerry Jones just be saying things he said still.
That's crazy. Yo,
go ahead.
So another question. Now, I believe Tyler Smith could be an all-world left guard. I think he could be a better guard than tackle. Even though he was a great tackle last year, he did things that I didn't think he was going to be able to do. The holding penalties were down. That was like his big scare. He did a fantastic job at left tackle. Now, if we can go get Osiris Torrance that me and JC were big on in the beginning of draft season, and put those two big boys on the left side, that could be a win now move and a future move, right? And then actually have Tyron Smith at that swing tackle, because you do have Terrence Steele with the ACL, and then Tyron, he did play a little right tackle in the beginning of his career, and then at the end of last year, so he can do it. I don't know. How y'all feel?
Rob, anything that brings physicality, that I don't care where, guard position, left tackle, right tackle, if you can find somebody that can make a difference on the offensive line, because just like we said, Tyron Smith he's hurt a lot. That's how you're gonna beat the 49ers. That's how you're gonna be able to do it. You have to bring in physical players. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So Osiris Torrance, possibly, you know what I mean? Anybody on that offensive line, but I would want a left tackle, but it's wide open, bro.
Right.
And listen, we're talking about this. It also is going to depend on how the Dallas Cowboys view Tyler Smith. Are they going to let him play left guard? Is he going to be the left tackle? Like it's just really going to come down to how they actually view him going forward. And until listen, we'll know more draft night. If they draft the left tackle, we obviously know who's going to be the left guard. If they draft the left guard, we obviously know who the hell going to be the left tackle. Because listen, they can say what they want about Tyron Smith, but when he was healthy last year, he didn't get his job back. So I don't think that's going to change too much in between now and then. I would prefer for him to be the left tackle, but Dallas Cowboys do a lot of shit I don't agree with.
Right. You ain't lying.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Facts. Okay. All right. So my man said, get the freaks, Dewan Jones, Jalen Carter, Darnell Washington, Bijan. Yeah, I'm just not really the biggest fan. I mean, I like Bijan. He's a good running back, but I'm just so big on the trenches, man. I'm just going to stay true to it. I'm not, switching that up, because the thing is, I feel as though if you can do it right, you do it right on the offensive line, you do it right defensively, all that good stuff. You can bring in a running back that can be a third rounder, fourth rounder, and you can run a juggernaut. You can run a juggernaut. Yep. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? And I wish my man Coach Marr was in here, but I saw him pop in here, but I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it yet unless he's here. But it's a running back that he was telling me about. He hit me up, and this dude is an absolute monster. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to see if he's going to pull up, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on. But
hey, Henny, how do you feel about Bijan?
I mean, I like him. He's a very good prospect. I think he's a complete 3-down back. But, I feel the same way. Like, I would prefer we get an offensive lineman, and then, like, hell, you can draft the board from Tulane. Like, I think Tony Pollard would be a monster if he had an elite run blocking line in front of him. I think that whoever hell we draft in the top 100 would be an elite running back. So I definitely agree with him, because it's not always about just having a good running back. Outside of my boy that used to play back in Detroit, Barry Sanders, I don't know too many running backs that had good careers without an offensive line.
Right. Mm-hmm. But so I've been full circle on running back, because I was very adamantly against drafting a running back in the first round, and then I went after we did Gilly, and then after we did Cooks, brought back Hankins, brought back LVE, Dono, did right in free agency. I was like, running back really right now is our position of need. So like, if we can get a player like Bijan, because when we got Zeke for this team, we went 13-3. Like we were special. Zeke made us special, and Bijan didn't have Tony Pollard behind him. Like Zeke didn't have a Tony Pollard. Imagine if Zeke had Pollard in the beginning of his career. We went and rushed him 400 times and crushed the early parts of his career to make him a dead running back now. So like Bijan and Tony could be really good, or I mean I don't know. I like these second round running backs. See Bijan in the first round. I feel what y'all saying, but it could be good. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, shout out to Aaliyah. She said we got Tony Pollard in the 4th round. We'll be okay if we aren't able to get Bijan. Exactly. So let's move on. Let's move on to this thing. Okay. Shout out to you, Coach Marv. What's good, bro? What's going on? Hey, look, my man hit me up, right? And told me about this guy, running back position. Like I said, man, you can be able to find talent within the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. There's talent all throughout the draft. You just got to find these guys. You know what I'm saying? You build that offensive line right, you can be able to get it. You can do it. Let me get to him real quick. Let me see. Boom. There he is. My man, Coach Marv. That's this guy right there. 5'9.5", 209 pounds. 4'4", 340. And this guy is truly explosive. Truly explosive. He has a running style. I mean, this guy will slice and dice you. Very, very good vision. And when he's running the ball, it looks like this guy is running on air, literally. And with his type of skill set, like he needs to play in like a zone type of scheme. He's a very patient runner. With our scheme, it's a zone scheme. So the thing is, that'll bode well for him. If we can be able to get a guy like this, I don't know if the 3rd round, I think we can be able to get him in like the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? This is a sneaky player, but this guy had like 25 minutes worth of highlights. And somebody that you can get to be able to make a difference. And this is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show y'all too as well. Let me go to it real quick. Let me kick Coach Marv out the way real quick. Hold on 1 second. Thanks, Dad. So that's compared to Bijan Robinson and Chase Brown. All right. So Bijan 4.46, 1.52, a 10-yard split, 37-inch vert. Okay, 10.4 in the broad jump. Chase Brown 4.43, 1.53 second 10-yard split, 40-inch vertical jump, and a 10.7 broad jump. The thing is, the athleticism is there with this player. He has the same type of athleticism, and you can get this guy in the 4th or 5th round, third, 4th or 5th round. This guy really made a difference out there, and seeing those highlights, Coach Marv, I was like really amazed and stuff like that, man. It's just good to see stuff and find players, and I think he can be able to make a difference, guys.
Well, he is a guy that had a lot of success in college. This past season, he rushed for 1,643 yards, average 5 yards a touch. So, like, hell, that's production. And listen, no matter where you do it, it's production. And like you said, they got a 5th round grade on the board. So that mostly probably because of the school he played at. But like you said, he had production. He has the athleticism. So like hell, you find diamonds in the rough everywhere. So I'm willing to take him.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, I like Jahmyr Gibbs too as well, but I feel as though that Chase Brown can do everything that Jahmyr Gibbs can do. Seriously, I am like, you watch the lowlights and the highlights of this player, and he can do everything that Jahmyr Gibbs can do. That's why I say you can find talent in the 3rd round. Pollard was a 4th round pick. We found him, and this guy really made a difference. Signed the franchise tag. He's getting that bag. You can do the same thing in this draft as well, guys. What you think, Rob?
Yeah, what you think, Rob? You doing a lot of thinking, so let's get your take, honey.
Okay, my question is: because of money or play? I think it's a combination. You can't have Zeke playing at his play because making $17 million a year, right? So I think we could bring back Zeke for $2-3 million, which I'll be okay with, to go get me 12 goal line touchdowns, right? segue into this Chase Brown kid. I was already you lost me at 5'9". It's just I don't like small football players, especially when we already have a bunch of them in the running back room. Tony's not the biggest guy. Malik Davis is like 5'10". Rojo's not the biggest guy, right? So I understand the value. I would probably prefer his production and value in the 4th or 5th round over, let's say, Bijan Robinson in the 1st. But when you have a 6'1", 215 all-world running back, you guys love Zeke and his blocking ability. Bijan can block, right? That's all over here about Zeke and his blocking, right? But Bijan can block. Can this guy block, right? We have so many guys that are going to touch the football on this team that, it's important to have a complete team, people that can do all different things, right? Right now we don't have that power running back, right? And I believe Bijan can be that guy. Bijan reminds me of Le'Veon Bell in his Patriot running style, and then with the power and explosiveness, right? That's what I think we're getting out of Bijan. I don't think he's going to be there at 26, so it's all a moot point. But do I prefer Chase Brown in the 4th or 5th round? Most likely, yeah. I mean, I'll take that over Bijan in the 1st. But at the same time, we still don't have that big back. And are you guys really that big of a believer in Rojo?
Nah, I don't think Rojo gonna make the team.
Hey, I don't think he's gonna make the team neither, bro. I don't think he's gonna make the team either. The thing is, you have to focus on the draft. Just focus on the draft. Get better. But my thing is, I'm not the biggest. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I think Bijan Robinson is going to be a good player, but when you start thinking about guys like Saquon Barkley, when you start thinking about guys like Alvin Kamara, those guys don't really get there. They don't get to where they want to go. Look at guys like Alfred Morris, right? He played for the Cowboys, played for the Skins. You know what I'm saying? Can't stand them Skins. But this guy running a 4.7, 4.8 40, and they was running a juggernaut. 1,600 yards. You don't need to go spend a 1st-round pick on a Bijan Robinson when you can go get the trenches right. Just like we've been talking about earlier, bro. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? My man said, okay, my question is, did we cut Zeke because of money or play? You can hit that, HTM.
I think he already hit it, very, very well, man. Combination of both. Like he said, Ezekiel Elliott giving you, under 1,000 yards at 16 point whatever is not the same as him giving you that at a veteran minimum. So you can't be the highest paid running back in the National Football League and not be the best running back in the National Football League. So I understand
on your own team.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing though, right? I think even now he still has a role, but you're talking about who the more explosive running back is. Of course, it's Tony Pollard. But like y'all said, Tony Pollard isn't the biggest guy either. So Zeke did serve a purpose on the team as a blocker, as a short yardage guy. This, that, and the third. So I would understand bringing him back at a veteran discount, but I do understand why it happened. You know what I mean? Because you're paying him 16 whatever it was, and then Tony Pollard your leading rusher, and is the one that made a Pro Bowl selection. So I do get it, but hey, shout out to the boy Keystone. He said UAB, Dwayne McBride. UAB is a sleeper with an underrated frame, and he's a patient runner that can break tackles. I ain't never heard of the boys.
Yeah, shout out to you, Keystone. Hey, much love to you. Thank you so much for that $9.99. I have not heard of him either.
Keystone be on it, man. Keystone be telling me all the time, hey, boy, I saw Savannah State. Like, what?
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll definitely do it. Hey, shout out to you. I'll be sure to look at him, man. There's so many players, but guys like Chase Brown, seeing that tape that Coach Mars showed me, this dude is an animal, and they're talking about 5th round. I think somebody said that in the comments, talking about 4th round, 5th round type of talent. But you can find sneaky running backs in this draft, build the trenches right, and you can be on your game. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Let me get to we can read a couple of these comments real quick. All right, my man says, seriously, Zeke would kill Malik Davis for a spot on his team. Yeah, some people still want Zeke, man. They still want Zeke, but my thing is, I just feel as though we just got to just move forward. That's just what it's all about. If you're going to give another guy your number 21, it's time to move on. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. there's a short shelf life when it comes down to the running back position. And we ran that man to the ground. We ran him to the ground. I think he still might have a little bit of juice left. Rob doesn't. Rob doesn't think he has any more juice left, but it is what it is with Zeke, man. Much love to him, man.
Hey, JC. Before the start of this football season, I was still saying Zeke is better than Tony. Tony needs Zeke to survive. All that, this, and third, right? But going into that Lions game, when Zeke got his knee wrecked, he just lost all the remaining juice that he had left. You know what I'm saying? So like after that Lions game, when he was on this run to the right on the outside, and he got like undercut, and they just took his knee out. I thought he'd be done for the season, but he just lost the last step that he had, bro. And like you saw in the San Fran game when Tony went down, we're like, "Yo, Zeke, we need you." He's like, "Bro, I can't even hit the edge no more." Like, but for $3 million, you can come and be my power back for sure. Give me 12 to 15 touchdowns a year. I'm cool with that. Get me like 15 first downs. In the season, I'm cool with that. On like 4th and 1, 3rd and 1s, whatever. I'm cool with that. But not at $17 million.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
You see how much money they're getting paid, Jazz? Shout out to Jazz. Hey, Jazz, what's good, Jazz? What's going on? I know you had a long day today.
Long day of work. Okay, a 12-hour shift. And taking care of kids. Yo, this is not cute. Okay, this is really not cute. But I made it here. I'm good. Vibing.
Hey, Jasmine, get your drink, girl. What are you doing?
I got my drink, y'all. I got my blueberry wine. Okay, blueberry wine. Y'all keep talking about some 7-Eleven box wine.
Look, I ain't playing. I brought my drink. I ain't gonna sit there and say this to lounge for nothing, bro. We gonna turn up. Okay, we gonna turn up. We gonna be ourselves. That's what it's all about, man. That's the energy that we bring over here in the JC Lounge, man.
We got Henny over here vibing with us at the lounge. We cooling.
Hey, Henny. Hey, man. Hey, I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm gonna keep pressing that. you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Just be yourself. Like that's how we are here. Like we out. So we like this outside of the house, on the platform. Outside of the platform, I run my own stuff. I run like 4 other podcasts. Okay, this is just like me vibing.
But much love to you though, bro, because you going to the draft. I know you about to be turned up.
Man, it's gonna be live, man. Me, West Coast landlord, we all going down there and shit. Hey, it's gonna be a blast, man. We're gonna have a good time.
Hey, that's what's good. That's what's good. We definitely gonna support y'all, man.
Kansas City.
Hey, chill, Jasmine. Hey, chill, Jasmine.
I'm not Spanish, but we gonna do this bachata. I'm Chinese. I'm Nigerian. I'm Chinese and Nigerian. So you ain't
no damn Nigerian woman. Get out of here, man. Hey, shout out to my man, Coach Mar. What's good, bro? He said, if it was both, but more on the money, do we really think the Cowboys going to pay a TP $10 million in first round drafted running back? If that's the case, you could have restructured Zeke for the same money for running backs. Hey, look, the thing is, that's what I am saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to overdo the running back position. Don't do it. I still think Zeke still got a little bit of juice left. Rob, you don't. But my thing is TP is the guy. He has to get healthy, but go draft a guy. Go get a guy in here. You can find guys in the 3rd and 5th round.
Let me just address the last part of this question. If that's the case, you could have reconstructed Zeke for the same money for the first round running back, right? Zeke right now is nowhere close to any of these top running backs in the draft. He's nowhere close. He's not Bijan Robinson right now. He's not Gibbs. And I don't think anybody's saying that. But in this question, I think that's what he's saying. Like,
he's good for like 12 touchdowns, though.
He's good for 12 touchdowns, but he's good for like 100 carries on the season, maybe. When Bijan Robinson can come and get 250, right? 250, 200 for Bijan and 200 for
Tony.
TP. For Tony, that could be very dynamic. And Zeke cannot bring that dynamicness anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't, Coach Marv, I don't necessarily agree. You know, I understand not putting that much resources into the running back position in the first round. I'm not completely sold on running back in the first round, but Zeke is not the player that these players are. Zeke is on his I believe he has no legs left, but if anything, he's on his very, very, very last leg. So,
have a little faith in me.
Yeah, crazy.
Hey, Jasmine, have some faith, okay? Go ahead, HTM.
Nah, man. Like, look, at this point, Zeke ain't on the team, and you already done cut him. You done cut the man and gave away his number. So, you know, it's time to move on. Even if you may think there's a little bit left in Zeke, man, it's time. Like, it's time. You know what? It's like when you're in a long-term relationship, and it's finally time to call it quits. You know what I mean? Yeah, you broke up with Zeke. You changed the locks. You deleted the pictures. It's over with. You know what I mean?
It hurts so bad, bro. Let's keep it honest. It hurts so bad. But the thing is, because, you know, coming in 2016, this dude was a dog. I went crazy when we picked that guy up, man. I went crazy. Big time fan of Zeke. But the thing is, running back position have a short shelf life. You know what I'm saying? You running that rock, your body get beat up. Sometimes it's just time to move on. We believe in TP. TP is a very, very explosive athlete, but he has to get healthy as well. That's why they're bringing in guys like Rojo. But Rojo, you better come with a mojo.
Man,
you better come with a mojo.
I don't think you know Rojo is better than Malik Davis at this point.
Oh,
I ain't seen it, but I don't think the boy is better than Malik Davis.
Hey, yo, I'm messing with Henny, dog. Me and Henny, you me right here, bro.
Man.
Rojo, dog, Rojo is.
As a matter of fact, y'all start calling the man Rojo. He's not good enough to have a nickname. So
right? Hey, look.
Ronald,
if Mama called him Ronald, I'm gonna call him Ronald.
Yeah, I don't believe in Ronald. Ronald.
His name's Ronald.
Ronald couldn't get no run on the Chiefs last year. He got cut from the Bucks. He already on his third team. He ain't that big. He ain't that fast. You know what I'm saying? What does he really do good?
What does he have to show for?
What does he have to show for? He lost his nickname on JC Cowboys Network Live. Rojo lost his nickname. He lost his nickname live.
He's Ronald McDonald.
Ronald.
Listen, the only Ronald I feel with is
Ronald. But would you guys agree? Would you guys agree that running back is a need on this football team?
Mm-hmm.
Running back.
Yes. Yeah, you need to get a running back.
What's your top need, JC? What's your top need? What's your number one need?
Man.
And then you next, Henny, with this question.
It's not really too many needs that we have right now. So that's kind of like a question. That's something that you have to really think about. I just feel as though we can be able to upgrade, or you can get better and beefing up any position. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The left tackle position, right tackle is fine, but as far as the wide receivers, go ahead and go get another wide receiver. But it's not really no better home. The question is the tight end position. I'm not sure yet. I don't care, Rob. Like, that's just what it is, bro. Like, I gotta see it. I'm not saying he a bum. I'm not saying he a mop. But the thing is, I gotta see it from Ferguson before I can just say, oh, here, it's yours. That's why they're talking about guys like Michael Mayer. But I know we all agree that that's not the way that they should go, but they might. So we got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just going to say this. If you look at the history of Brian Schottenheimer, like the last time you seen him from 2018 and 2020, he was not using the tight end like that. Right? He did not have tight ends going off. He really had no really good tight ends either, but, you know, that was not a feature point of his offense. You know, Russell Wilson threw 40 touchdowns. Not many of them were to tight ends. They didn't have a lot of yardage, this or that. You look at Mike McCarthy when he was actually winning, like we actually won his Super Bowl, it was the wide receivers. He didn't really have tight ends like that, you know, like in his offense. So the question is going to be, you know, are we going to even be featuring a tight end like that for this to matter? You know what I mean? So, like,
Coach Mike, though, has had productive tight ends in his offense.
At point.
Yeah.
At point.
Michael Finley, go ahead.
Hey, shout out to Coach Marv, too. Shout out to Coach Marv. with the $5 super. Thank you so much, bro. He said, I didn't say that to defend Zeke. I said that because they're not drafting a running back in the first round because of money, and that's facts. Let me just throw that in there. Y'all can continue on, but just go ahead and get to his what he said about Zeke or whatever.
And just to put this to perspective, Jermichael Finley ended his career with only 2,000 yards receiving. So, you know, it's not like he was out there going crazy having Travis Kelce numbers. Like he had a nice name and he had some good production here and there.
He got crazy hurt though. Like he had a back concussion, I think it was, and then like he messed up his knee. He has some pretty bad injuries.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just make excuses.
Yeah, no, it's all good. You know, I know what you're saying. It just, you know, I'm just using it as an example. You know, the year that they won the Super Bowl. You know, like you said, he was hurt. He only played 5 games.
Right.
No, matter of fact, they won in 2010 or 2011. I never can remember.
2010. 11 was the Giants.
Okay, 2010, he only played 5 games, only had 301 yards and 1 touchdown. I don't even think he was present for the postseason. Right. So, you know, they got busy with the wide receivers. They won that way. Right. So, you know, like I'm not saying that a tight end would have no place on this offense, but hell, you know, Mike McCarthy was known for 4 wide receiver sets. Right. Even then, he had Greg Jennings, he had Donald Driver, he had Jordy Nelson, he had the Jones boy. I forget his first name,
David
but
Jones.
You know, thank you. See, I knew you do this shit for real.
No, I got crazy memory. I don't got stats like you though. You be dropping the stats. I like that. But so to answer my question, with all that said, what's your position of need? What's your position of need on this football team? Because I think we're all in agreement that this is a win now football team. This is not a future team anymore. This is a win now football team. I believe we've done what we had to do in free agency. Now we need a couple starters out of this draft, and to do that, what's your position of need?
I mean, I still think you can bring in the one technique. I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Oh, you know I'm down. You remember
I'm just gonna throw that in there, bro.
Remember the mock draft last week?
Straight up.
Yeah, go ahead, honey.
Now, see, I don't mind defensive tackle, but you know, I'm very torn over. I want to take a defensive tackle in the first round. So you know, it's just really going to depend on the defensive tackle. I would love Mozzie Smith, you know, but I'm praying that Mozzie Smith falls to 58. Like, you know, I can sleep better with Mozzie at 58 than I can at 26. Right. You know, and listen, this is the thing. He's good enough. Somebody's going to take him probably in like the 30 to 35 range. You know, I don't think he'll be a top pick, but you know, he'll be like high second round if he falls to the second round.
Being a 3 technique and a 1 technique, bro, it might be hard for him to be able to get to the 58th pick, bro.
So what I would say to Mozzie, if I was in the Cowboys war room, I'd be like, all right, 26 comes around, go get highest player on your board, whether that's Osiris Torrance, one of these tackles, Steve Avila, whoever, you know, first round. When it comes to first round offensive linemen and the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna trust whoever they draft, right? But now when it comes to the second round, make a move and go get whoever you want. Like, go get your Mozzie Smith, right? Like, if that's your guy, go get him. If it's Drew Sanders, go get him. Because first of all, Drew's stock has been falling. I don't know what's going on with him. But I love
he only had 1 year production. You know, I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan, so right. he was not, you know, an outside linebacker when he came over. You know, he was a defensive end, and that what we turned him into over there. So right. This 1 year, you know, that this 1 year playing the outside linebackers is all the film and all the tape that they have. So maybe some people are, you know, questioning if he can reproduce that. And then just to be honest with you, as a realistic Arkansas fan, we had one of the worst pass defenses in the NCAA. So even with what he did, we were a very, very, very bad team. So, you know, there wasn't like these stretches where he just took over. He went crazy every game. Like, there were games that he didn't show up either. You know, that's all the way around. Now, he didn't show up against Alabama. I'm gonna give him much flowers for that. But you know, there was some time that Drew Sanders didn't show up. You know, there were some issues he's had getting off of blocks. But when you talk about his athleticism, you talk about his straight line speed, you know, his tenacity and stuff like that. Like, I like him, but I don't know. Like, really, when they were doing all these mocks and showing him as a first round pick, I looked at my team like, we ain't got no damn first round picks to my team. You know, I watch these fools break my heart every week. I'm like, we ain't got no damn first round picks.
Yeah.
But you know, I do like his upside.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you, Coach Marv. He said, "Who is left guard and left tackle?" That's the thing. They got to figure that out. You got to figure it out. You got to see what's going on with Tyron Smith. Man, I love Tyron Smith, but his body, boy.
He ain't playing 17 games, so I get that. But going into day one, going into training camp, going into week one, whoever, if everybody's healthy, which reports right now are that everybody's healthy, it's Tyron Smith, it's Tyler Smith, it's Biotish, it's Zach Martin, and it's Terrence Steele. That's our best. That's the best five we can put out there right now. We'll see what happens in the draft, but JC left guard, left tackles are our biggest need. Question: who's the left guard, and are we trusting he's going to be healthy? Come on now, really.
It's killing me. It's killing me with him though, bro. Like I really like Tyron Smith, man, but he's getting older now, bro. He's getting older, and you just have to. That's why we're talking about left tackle. That's why we're trying to figure out what's going on at the left guard position. That's why he's asking that question. If we can be able to get that right, that's why we got to talk about guys like Darnell Wright, guys like Paris Johnson, DeJuan Jones. They have to be an option. The wide receiver position is cool, tight end position. They talking about it. But if you're going to take that next step against the 49ers, you got to get the trenches right. That's what it's all about. Shout out to Philly, man. It's a Philly. Is that a Philly fan?
He is, but Philly cool. He good people, though.
Okay. Okay, that's on your side. What's up, man? Hey, make sure y'all smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button on this side, JC Cowboys Network. Smash that subscribe button for my man HTM. Everybody on my side, much love to y'all. Thank y'all so much, man.
Shots.
Yes.
Oh, look at my mute.
Hey, what y'all thought? I've been on it the whole time. I don't know what y'all been doing.
He's saying, wait a minute.
Hey, look, hey, Henny. If you gonna call this the lounge in the liquor store, we gotta have it in our hand, baby. It's only right. It's only right. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
Yeah, what you sipping on, Henny?
Shit, water now.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Drive safe.
Hey, we drive safe. Unless the Eagles fans on the road.
You know the captain always got his jug.
Hey, look, man, we turn up the man. That's why I love to just be myself with the family, the Cowboys family. I appreciate y'all so much, so much. Hey,
let me tell you something. This is the best way to turn up virtually. I got our virtual family. Okay, we're over here cooling. It's safe. We ain't got to worry about no shootings, no fights, no ratchetry. Yep. It's all cute. I mean, you might sprinkle a little clatchetry, like classy ratchet, but it's all cute and classy. But
hey, shout out to my man Swain, bro. Hey, what's good, bro? What you drinking on over there? What you doing over there? You know, I got my man HTM in here, so we, you know what I'm saying, we've been really talking all ball, you know, but I need to know what y'all doing over there.
Because that moonshine.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
What y'all doing?
Hey, so I'm a Mountaineer, right? I went to West Virginia. You know, let's go Mountaineers. Yeah, I haven't had moonshine since West Virginia, dog. I had moonshine a few times, man. Hey, look, listen. I was out for like 2-3 days, bro. Like, that joint is crazy.
He said he off that crown. I'm on that crown. I feel you, bro. Yeah, I got that. Hey, look, man, I got the Remy on me. I've been drinking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Friday we turn up. It's always good to just vibe with you guys and just talk football. I go live late, but it's all good. It's always good vibes, good energy. We talk good football, and I can't wait for the draft. I'm gonna be off that Friday. I was like, man, I ain't going to work, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got my network now. I'm like, man, hey, leave me alone.
Yeah, he called out. He's like, yo, the 28th, I'm not going to work. Okay,
hey, come on,
Jazz. Okay. You already know.
I'm saying though, Jazz, what you cooking draft night? I might have to come on.
Yo, I'm working this 12-hour shift. I don't know, y'all might be short. I throw down though. I cook. Okay, that's the best part of being Blasian. You get the both. My father's from Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, so we got the South cooking, and then we got the Asian stuff, the Filipino, the Chinese food.
Hey, shout out to my man Coach Marv. He said, "Note JC, with the recent history of Gallup, and Cox, the Cowboys are not rushing Steele back too early."
One more thing.
But I would say with that recent history, they've shown that they're gonna that they have the ability to rush players back too early. Like they're not above it. You know what I mean? Hopefully they don't. I agree with you, Coach Mark. Hopefully they don't. But
yeah,
please. They've shown that they might.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already discussed the Cowboys do things we don't agree with all the time. So no, let's pray that they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
JC, you didn't take off Thursday?
No, I took off Friday because Thursday is when I get home. Then that's when the draft starts. But Friday is when I'm gonna be on here. We're gonna be turning up, bro, in the lounge while the draft is going on, and we're gonna get tore up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be talking good football. It's gonna be good vibes. You know what I'm saying? I know my man Law Nation, all those guys gonna be on all that. Law Nation came in here like a few live streams ago, man. I'm like, dang, man, that's awesome. Shout out to him, 100K. You know what I'm saying? My man came in here, man. That shows that I'm doing something right. All right, man. Sports Guru, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. All right, so do y'all want to do a quick mock before we get out of here? Quick mock.
Hey,
we can talk about it.
So before we get to the mock, though, it's kind of like a segue from my mock from last week. Henny, is there a position that you would feel comfortable double up on?
Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I wanted to throw something in real quick. Who are our pet cats in this draft? You guys let me know. Who is the pet cats that you want? Before we get to these mocks and stuff, and then I'll let you get to that, bro. My bad. I'm sorry. HTM, you hit me with it first, bro. Who is your pet cat in this draft that you will bang the table for? You will run to the podium to go draft, bro.
Believe it or not, I know we got Stephon Gilmore, but I'm still very intrigued by Emmanuel Forbes. Like there's something there, man. There's something there that I really like about that kid, man. You can't really teach 14 interceptions. He set the NCAA record with 6 pick sixes. He's a decent sized corner. He's like 6'1". He's not the heaviest guy, but he did run a 4.3. So I like him. He's a gambler. He takes chances. But we're talking about a guy with a lot of upside and a lot of ability. I do like Emmanuel Forbes. Now I don't necessarily think he should be drafted at 26. But he is definitely a guy that I do want on the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. The thing is with him, how do you feel about him in press coverage? Because I know that the player is athletic. He has speed, 39 tackles this past year, right? And because I know you the stats guy, 39 tackles, I think, and 6 interceptions, 10 pass breakups.
Something, yes.
Right? Yeah, he was balling out. But how do you feel about him in press coverage?
But he struggles with press coverage. A lot of the work that he does is in the zone. So when we do run out there in cover 3, which is our curveball, we use a lot of cover 1 robber, and then we do cover 3 from time to time when we do go to zone. But he's more suited for that. He has time to develop. He has things he need to work on. But that's why you have NFL coaches. You know what I mean? That's why you have a guy on your roster like Al Harris, even with Trayvon Diggs, he improved, with Al Harris this year. I know he didn't have the interceptions, but he was a much better coverage corner. So there's gonna always be flaws here and there with players coming out of college, but you can't teach those instincts. You can't teach 4-3, and he played in the SEC, so he went up against a lot of very good offenses. So I still trust him. Now is he the best man coverage guy? And hell no, like he got a long way to go. But
you can see that ball hawk mentality, bro, is real. He's a ball hawk. Yeah. And that reminds me of like guys like Deron Bland too. Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs. If you can bring in another guy that's a ball hawk, but where do you think second round for this player? Where is he slotted for you that you think? Or in the first round type of player.
Are you running to the podium to pick him at 26?
That's the thing. I don't think he's deserving of a first round pick. I mean, like there's some people that they might overreach and he might end up going in the first round. But like I definitely think if he's there at 58, you run to the podium, you get him, and you sleep soundly. You know what I mean? But I don't think 26. A lot of people have pushed him there, but I think there are more developed corners in the league. But I think out of all the corners in the in this year's draft, he might have the highest upside.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Coach Marv too for the $5 donation. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, shout out to Double R too as well, bro. I think I missed your comment, bro. It's so many, bro. It's so many going on. You already know how that goes. Like if it's not like a super chat, I won't be able to see it. It just be running up. So it must have passed me, bro. You already know, bro. I always hold you down. But go ahead, Rob.
The best player on this team,
or a player that you like.
The best player on this team is number 11. For number 11 to do what he has to do, we got to get to 3rd and long, right? Mm-hmm. For 20 years, this team has been gashed up the middle. We cannot stop the run. We haven't been able to stop the run since like the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like with Ken Norton Jr., man in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, my pet cat, my favorite player, is coming interior defensive line, and it's gonna be Siaki Ika. He's just he has a Samoan pedigree, right? I don't know what that means. That might be a little racist. I don't know.
Hey, them boys hard.
Them boys hard. You know what I'm saying? When Vita Vea plays with no gloves, I'm just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this boy can move people. Like, I don't know if he's great at pass rush, but I don't need pass rushers. I got Micah, I got Sam, I got D-Law, I got Dorrance, I got Dante. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need interior pass rush. That'd be nice. I got Osa in the middle. He had 6 sacks last year, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, my favorite player, my guy I'm running, like if he's there at 58. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like let's go, bro.
You can run to the podium. Hey, shout out to my man Double R. He said JC Cowboys Network. With the players Cowboys have right now, can the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl and win? I think we need to do more in free agents. We need to do more in the draft. Go get more guys. I think right now we can still compete. But have a good draft. Go get guys that can be impact players. You know what I'm saying? If it's the defensive line, if it's the offensive line, go get those guys. Receivers, anybody. We believe in Will McClay. Will McClay does his job. But you got to go out there and find those difference makers to get us to where we want to go, bro. Shout out to you.
Hey guys, when you're a 12-5 football team and you made it to the second round of the playoffs, basically I say we were a top 6 team coming out of the season last year, and with the additions that we've already made, we're a top 5 football team. So when you're a top 5 football team, I believe you're a contender, right? Now we obviously have to take over the curse of the Cowboys and the hump and whatever, but I believe we can beat any football team on any given Sunday at any time, right? Yeah. But now, like when it comes to the playoffs, now we're not a few players away, we're a few plays away, right? Mm-hmm. And now certain players can make these plays, but like even against the 49ers, like we talk like we got banged out against the 49ers. We were right there, right up until the end, 2 years in a row, right? So like we're just a few plays away from being that team that everybody talks about, that we finally get respect. Teddy Bruschi won't be coming on talking about my damn quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He won 3 Super Bowls. I'd have something to say, but whatever. Go ahead.
Right. Hey, shout out to my man Amp Sports. What's good, bro? Finally, you in here. You in here finally, bro. What's good, man? What's going on? JC Cowboys Network. I don't know if you've seen any of my work, but make sure you check out my breakdowns. Fireworks, man. What's going on with you, man? He said it ain't been that long, bro. Stop the cap. I guess somebody was capping.
What hasn't been that long?
I guess he said that ain't been since the 90s so we can stop the run.
Man, bro, come on. The only team that's been able to stop this run is teams led by Sean Lee, right? And like Sean Lee just had to do it all, right? And that was maybe one season. Like we haven't been a top 5 run defense like that top 10 run defense like that in years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna stop the cap. I'm gonna put my cap on.
Hey, shout out to my man Jalen Body. He said Ika my favorite defensive tackle over Maisie and Cansey for real. I don't care what folks say about Ika. He can play. Hey, he definitely can play. But one of the guys that I really, really like is Cansey. I like Cansey. I understand that he's a undersized defensive tackle, but when you understand football, when you've been playing football for a very, very long time, you see dogs. It's guys that can go out there and make a difference. And this dude has dip moves, grip moves. Me and Landlord was talking about him today. You know what I'm saying? And he's giving me that energy right now that I'm going to end up doing a big time breakdown on him, because usually with my breakdowns, it take a little while, but I try to, you know what I'm saying, make a statement in my breakdowns every time I make one. So I'm going to do a breakdown on this player. I really like him a lot. I think that he can be able to make a difference with us. Not saying that he's going to be the starter and stuff like that, but we know that the defensive line, they come in waves. With Dan Quinn, they bring those guys in waves. And having a 3 technique defensive tackle, a guy that can be able to get to the pass rush and get to the quarterback straight at you, makes it better for Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and everybody. And sometimes, man, you just see dogs, y'all. That's just what it is.
You always see them, baby. You always do.
Hey, somebody get us some pom-poms. Hey, get us some pom-poms, yeah. Hey, somebody.
Hey, real quick. Shout out to Frank Train for the $5 donation. I appreciate you. And then the fact check. The Dallas Cowboys were the number 1 run defense in 2016. They only allowed 1,336 yards. So that might be more of a byproduct of Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys controlling the clock. But, to be technical, they were the number 1 run defense just in 2016.
My bad.
But, I do understand where both y'all coming from.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Shout out to my man Freight Train for the $5 super too as well, bro. Shout out to my man Freight Train for the $5 super as well. He said fix both trenches and we win the Super Bowl. Hey, bro, fireworks, bro, fireworks. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you can get that right, just like my man HTM said in his stream earlier, in the liquor store, that's how you get past the 49ers, y'all. That's how you get past the 49ers.
But JC, segue. Back to the 2016 team. If we could play good complementary football, like we did in 2006, like. That team was made to protect a very bad, poorly talented defense. That defense had nobody on it. It was Sean Lee and nobody. It was Sean Lee and everybody else, right?
Yeah, Sean Lee and DeMarcus Lawrence. So you want to go
Sean Lee and D-Law, and I don't know who else, right? So that team, if we can get back to playing complementary football with this defense, that's the limit, right? If we can get back to Dink and Dak, which I said I didn't really want to go to earlier. If we can establish a dominant running the football game, run for 1,800 yards, 2,000 yards, and play with this defense, that could be something to behold.
Hey, shout out to my man Joe Pulte. What's good, man? Hey, we do fantasy together. He said, which Cowboys is a sleeper for fantasy, and don't say Pollard or CD. Hey, look, man, you're going to – hey, listen to me. All right, on this. All right, I'm a 4-time champion, 4 years straight. I'm a guru when it comes down to this stuff. That's why I say guys like Michael Mayer is guys that I will pick. And I'm telling y'all some secrets right now. I know Rob's ears are open and Joe Pulte ears is open. 4 years straight championships, but guys like Michael Mayer, I believe, is going to make a difference. But as far as the Dallas Cowboys, Ferguson can be a guy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Rob. Hold it down, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Ferguson's a sleeper. You already know he's a sleeper. You know he's a sleeper. Like, you can get Ferguson probably in the 8th round, bro. And you know what I'm saying? He could be one of the last good tight ends off the board. You know what I'm saying? That's a fantasy Cowboys sleeper. He's not even really a sleeper because everybody should know about him. Wake up. Jake Ferguson coming.
Sneaky picks.
I like Mayer too, bro.
You like who?
Nah, I was talking to somebody else. Yeah, go ahead, hold it down, bro.
Cooks could be a guy, but Jake Ferguson, he's the best value that we have coming off the Cowboys in terms of fantasy. Because I think Tony, I don't know what you're gonna do with Tony. CD's gonna be a 1st round guy, 2nd round guy, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go wide receiver that high. But,
yeah, I'm gonna have to probably do a fantasy football show too. I love
after the draft.
I got a heart for that, bro. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to,
we're getting to that.
Hey, shout out to my man Michael Lockhart. He said, JC, how many times have you seen a little dog beat a big dog? Hey, look, man, this little dog in Kansas, however they want to slice it, the dude has some big time pass rush moves, and when you see it, man, you just be like, okay, man, this guy can go out there and make a difference. But I don't know if they'll pick him, but he's one of my favorites that I like in this draft. Jordan Addison is another, you know what I'm saying? And guys like Drew Sanders, those are the three that I really, really like. Guys that can be able to rush the passer, stand-up linebacker, 5-star recruit, 6'5", 233 pounds, I believe. But the guy is a dog, and that's what you need. You need guys to go out there to make a difference. We'll see how it all plays out.
Quick question. What is
all of us content creators need to get in the fantasy league? Hey, we can do that, bro. What you think, bro?
We could definitely do that. But yo, Henny, it's for you, Jason, for you. Guys, I want to hear you too on this.
Okay.
What is the position that we double up on, that we feel comfortable doubling up on? Interior defense line, offensive line, wide receiver, corner, whoever.
I wouldn't mind double dipping on the offensive line.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't have too many offensive linemen. So like hell, if listen, if you want to go tackle and then turn around and get the available, if you fall to 58, shit, do so. You know what I mean? Because you're putting guys out there that might be able to play right now, and you got some depth for the future. So I'm with it.
Max.
Now listen, it's not gonna be a sexy draft when you do that, but like hell, you're fulfilling your needs. So
hey, Tyler Smith looking real good to me right now. You know what I'm saying? Bump the sexy. I don't care about draft grades Friday morning, right? Or Monday morning, right? I care about draft grades 3 years later. You know what I'm saying? So,
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Hey, right? Shout out to you, Coach Marv. He said, JC, we had this 3 quarterbacks with over 70 yards rushing, 4 wide receivers with over 50 plus yards. Edge and quarterback containment is key to run defense. Hey, that's what it's all about. And the thing is, like, as far when you say edge and quarterback containment, like, I'm thinking about guys like DeMarcus Lawrence. When you get paid that kind of money, $100 million, we want you to step up. Bottom line, there's no excuse. $100 million, guys. There's no excuse.
Automatic Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But you know what that starts with, though? It starts with interior running, right? You're setting up the edge running with your interior gashing of the defense. When you could just run up the middle and then all eyes have to focus back on the middle, that's when you could burn them on the outside. Like that's when we get burned, right? Like we have a problem stopping the Eagles offense because they can just hand it up the middle, and then as soon as we start crashing down inside, it's Jalen Hurts around the outside, right? That's simple RPO football, right? So I believe if we can just put, like, if we be like, yo, Micah, it's you and Jalen all day. Like, you got him, right? We'll handle the inside runs, right? The rest of the team will handle the inside runs. That's kind of what he did against San Francisco. If like we were talking about this, JC, like Dan Quinn had these boys looking at tape all week, right? They're like, yo, they motion this way, he's going this way. They do this, they're doing that, right? Like, that was good tape watching, but like they weren't really trying to get us up the middle. Like, we were playing well up the middle, but like we just can't do that over 17 games. Like, I just haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we get in trouble. Like, when teams want to come back on us, when teams want to slow us down, when they want to get ahead of us, they just gash us up the middle. For years, I've seen it.
Yep. All right. Hey, we about to wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Got to make moves. You know what I'm saying? This was a great show. Next show, we're going to do more mocks. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be back on. I'll be back on soon. Probably on, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. When you get back on HTM?
Man, you know I'm live every day, man. Every day. So, yeah, I'm going on tomorrow.
Yeah, you go live every day, man.
Going back to the double position. Let me see if you like this, Penny. It's like last week in our mock draft, I went Kalijah Kancey at number 26, and then I took Ika at 58, and then I took Noah Sewell in the 3rd round. Right, I just answered our whole interior right for the next 10 years, I believe.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
I don't think that's a bad draft. You know, that's how it ends up being. I wouldn't be mad at it. You know, some people, you know, aren't as high on the Kansas boards as other people are, but I like them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like,
and I wasn't high on him either, but like I understand with Hankins coming back, I understand the interior pass rush, right? I get it, right? And like if you could do that, great. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a little small. Again, I don't like small guys. Right? I want big dudes. I love Mozzie Smith. But at 26, I think that might be a little bit of a reach. But if you could trade down and get me Mozzie and get me Ika,
that'd be a winner.
That'd be a winner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. JC Cowboys Network on the left, HTM Sports on the right. We got Captain Rob right here on the mic, on the left or the right of me. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Hey,
shout out to my man HTM. I appreciate everything you do for Cowboys Nation. People don't understand how much work you got to put in, and just doing just staying connected with the community is just a beautiful thing. And that's what I want to do. I want to continue to keep creating. And my man HTM is going to do the same. Much love to him. Make sure y'all follow my man HTM. Get him past 700. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button with me as well. And we're going to keep on bringing on the show, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate y'all for having me over here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man. Thank you, y'all. Hey, throw them up, y'all. Throw them up. Hey, look at Rob. Rob ready still. Hey, Rob, you want to stay on live, bro?
you always be trying to brush us off, bro. I be.
Hey, young, look.
Hey,
all right,
y'all can rock. I'm finna just deal.
Yeah, all right, bro. I gotta use the bathroom real quick, but I can rock for like 10 more minutes, bro.
All right, babe.
I mean, it's cool to get off. You know,
all right, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. If we're done, we're done. But Coach Marv coming at my neck real quick.
Yeah, he coming at your neck.
Get him up, man. Like, yeah, he'll be back. I'm gonna get at y'all, man.
All right, man.
Coach Marv coming at my neck. He said, "Tell what game we gave up big yards up the middle. What game named the running backs with hundreds of yards on the edge is the problem. One thing run first, we think defense tackles, but that's not true here." Look, I get you, man. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, you know, I can't come off these dudes off the top of my head. You know, I just remember those days, like, you know, like the LaShawn McCoy days when they be gashing us up the middle, right? Like every time we see them play the Eagles, like they would, like Miles Sanders, he gets his yards against us. Todd Gurley, the St. Louis Rams, they ran for over 300 yards on us in the playoff game a couple years ago. Perfect example. We had no interior defensive presence, right? We couldn't stop anything. They were inside, outside. It didn't matter. We had no solution to them, right? Jared Goff really didn't do nothing that game. Like that was a hard play action team, but like the play action was set up from the run, right? That St. Louis team killed us. Aaron Jones has been known to do work on the Cowboys. Aaron Jones has got put up yards against them. Coach Martin, yo, give me some time. I'm gonna come at you for stats. I'm gonna come back at you for sure. But we have been got. Ruh-roh, don't go home. Stay here, face.
All right, man. Hey, yeah, you want, bro? Let's run a mock, bro.
Let's run a mock, baby.
Yeah, let's run a mock real quick. I ain't done yet.
Let's run the mock.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all two hold it down. It was a pleasure, y'all. Hang tight. Yeah. This is the after party.
Yeah, but we running a mock. We gotta run a mock. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is with us, man, we don't be going live a lot. You know what I'm saying? I go live like twice or 3 times a week. I don't try to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to, have good content and bring things all together and stuff like that. Gotta have structure. That's what it's all about.
Right.
Let's get to it, bro. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna just do one quick mock.
3 rounds?
Yeah, we could do like 4 rounds.
4 rounds?
We could do like 4 rounds. That's fine. That's fine.
I like 4 rounds.
We'll chop it. All right, let's go, dog.
Yo, so while you're gone, Coach Marvin's coming on my neck.
What do you say?
But I hit it back with that St. Louis game, the Rams game. We got gashed. You remember those Shady McCoy teams that used to gash us back in the day?
Yeah.
The Eagles been known to give us work. Aaron Jones been known to give us work, right? But all I'm saying, if we legitimately stop the run, it just opens up Micah Parsons, man. And like that's just my dude, and I think he's the best in the world. But we just need to get to third down more consistently, right? And get him on the move. Third and long,
fact.
Get him on the move, yeah.
Let's see something. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Let me get this. This joint kind of like acting weird right now, cuz. Okay. All right. Trying to get this off. All right. Okay. We up, bro. So the thing is, here it is, because I had to like click a few things though. All right.
Hey, yo, should we do a trade in this joint?
We can't. I mean, we can. We could have, but this kind of one.
Let's do that for Tuesday show. Let's set it for Tuesday.
Yeah, we could do that for Tuesday. We'll set it up for Tuesday. All right. So my man Joey Porter, he went to the Commanders. Whatever. Brian Branch, that's one of my guys that I really, really like, but he's a safety. We don't need no safety.
Yo, bro, this is one of the first years ever I've never even looked at a safety.
Yeah. Hey, bro, but you see guys like Nolan Smith available. You see guys like Darnell Wright available. I mean, bro, that could be big time.
Right.
That could be big time. Let's see. What you thinking, bro? Like probably pass rush? Because with me, I'm so big when it comes down to pass rush, bro.
For me, man. So for me, day one, I need a starter. Is this your? Are these your picks or our picks?
Well, ours. Yeah, we just doing one.
Oh, we just did one. Okay. Go to. I don't know, man. You kind of sold me on this Darnell Wright guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would love to go Darnell Wright. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see other guys there. You do. Well, Kincaid, DeJuan Jones is a good player, but Darnell Wright at the right tackle position, I feel as though that he can make a difference, bro.
But so I'm thinking more Darnell Wright as a replacement for Tyron Smith at left tackle.
Yeah, hold on one second, bro.
Yeah. Because he has a position.
I hear you. I'm just trying to connect this thing real quick.
Yeah, because he has that position flexibility. I'm thinking Darnell Wright more at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He might not start day one, which is not something I'm very happy with. But Tyron Smith ain't playing 17 games.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So the pick is in on that, man. I like it, bro. I mean, you cannot pass up on a player like that because possibly he can go way before the 26th pick. So you can be able to get him, line him up. If you can put him at the left tackle position, right tackle position, this guy's a 5-star player coming out from high school. I'm real big on stuff like that. Top 10 player coming out. That's who you want to go get. Very physical.
Where did Bijan Robinson go?
Bruce Strong.
Where did Bijan Robinson go?
Bijan. Hold on. Oh no, I think. Hold on, bro.
Down to the Falcons, I think.
I don't even see him on it.
Go up. I think he went to the Falcons.
Oh, he went very, very early. Hey, bro, if that happens, I wasn't even visualizing him going that early, but if he goes that early, that's a little crazy.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna drop past. I don't think he's gonna drop past 18 for real.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last team to get all these teams could use a running back. All these teams could use the Bijan Robinson.
But the real question is, can Darnell Wright play the left guard position? Can you have him playing there? Possibly the left tackle position. If he can play that, then bro, that is the pick, and you gotta run to the podium on that one. That's what it's all about. And I think he can. Bro. So the pick is in, bro.
Go to defense. Okay. It's already out.
Defense. I mean, you do have Nolan Smith. I like him a lot. You already know how I feel about Nolan Smith. There's too many good players right now for Elijah Cansey. Like, it's just way too many good players. Drew Sanders is one of my guys too. But when you have an offensive line and you can be able to go get Darnell Wright, it's everything, bro. So the pick is in. Darnell Wright, man. That's just what it is, bro. Let me go to this main screen. Let me see. Let me go to the main. Let me see.
Dan Mozzie off. John Michael Smith off.
Let's see.
Washington gone.
Beautiful player, man. This dude is brute strong, 6'5", 333 pounds. Possibly he can go at that left guard position. He can play right tackle. He can possibly play left. I mean, this guy is versatile, very powerful, and this is what you need to be able to set that tone on the offensive line with question marks regarding guys like Tyron Smith and Zach Martin being older. You just got to bring in these guys on the offensive line. That's how you're going to be able to get these 49ers out the way, and that's just the bottom line, bro.
Yeah, I like it. And like if the Cowboys pick offensive line in the first round, you have to give them their credit, right? You got to give them like the benefit of the doubt. Even if you don't like the pick, he's probably going to be a good player, right? That's just what the Cowboys do. Like, that's like their position that they pick very well. Right?
Facts. He said draft left tackle and move Tyler Smith to right guard. Move Tyler Smith to right guard?
Zach's gonna be here for the next 3 years at least.
Yeah, man. Because Zach is my dog. Let him stay at that right guard position. We'll see how it all plays out with the left tackle and stuff like that. But keep my man Zach at that right tackle position.
Hey, Zach Martin has more All Pros than Holding calls in his career. Fun fact.
Yes, you keep that guy. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can stay healthy. All right, let's get to the second round real quick. Okay. Let me reject this real quick. All right. And we'll do trades. We'll do trades next live stream. All right. So
look at Osiris.
See, that's the kind of stuff that I like. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about building the trenches, like, I don't care. This is why I say double dip. But it's hard for me. It's hard for me because, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Cansey is right there, bruh.
Oh, well, if he's right there, I mean.
But what we going?
Go to defense. Is Drew gone? Yo, look at Will McDonald though.
Yeah, Will McDonald is another one that you have to consider as well.
My boy Iga's there.
I like his length, dip moves, very, very good player. I remember he came into college. I think he was like 215, 220 pounds. The dude added a lot of bulk, and he's that prototypical guy that Dan Quinn wants. If Dan Quinn can be able to get it, this is a Dan Quinn pick right here, bro. So we're not going to go away from this.
So hold on now. Hold
on.
If we pick up Darnell Wright, right, and let's say we put him at right tackle, and then Osiris Torrance is there in the second, we get him for the left guard position. We have our new young offensive line for the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you believe in everybody, you'd move Tyler back to left tackle. Osiris would go left guard, and then Darnell Wright man the right tackle, and then you could let Terrence Steele go, and free up money for cap space. That's not a bad strategy. It's not a bad strategy. But with the 58th pick, if Elijah Cansey's there and you like him, and we definitely need interior help. I mean, I still like.
That's just my guy. I really like him a lot. You know, I'm gonna do a breakdown on him soon. I just really like him for the 3 technique. You know what I'm saying? A guy that can go out there and really make a difference. Like, I want to build these trenches. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So if he's there, if Elijah Cansey can make a difference, I don't care about the size. At the same time, if you know a guy can be able to impact games and can win you games from the interior, the 3 technique position is everything, man. Everything. It's hard for me to be able to run away from that kind of pick, bro.
But do you not like Osa? Do you not like Osa?
Oh, I love Osa. I love Osa, but the thing is, you know how Dan Quinn brings those guys in waves.
Right. I hear you.
You know, he has a juggernaut over there. You know what I'm saying? So
again, like, I mean, just preaching on what I said earlier.
We're gonna stay true. Since we got Osa, this is what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and go Siaki Ika.
Thank you.
One technique.
I was about to do a whole sermon to get Ika. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like I was like, we have our pass rushers. We have our pass rushers, and it's all about stopping the run to get to pass rushing situations. You know what I'm saying?
I just know the value of having a 3 technique pass rusher. I just know it is so valuable, bro. It's so valuable. That's why I have to fight for Kalijah Kancey, because I just have a feeling what kind of player he's going to be. But I know that this team needs to be able to plug A and B gaps, and that makes the linebackers better. So having Siaki Ika, man, we can go ahead and make that the pick, bro.
So Jay, also though, and our third and long pass rushing set, it's going to be Sam on one side. It's going to be, let's say Hankins in the middle, or no, let's say Osa at like that one technique spot. Then it's going to be D Law at the pass rushing 3 technique spot, and then it's going to be Micah on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So like we have Osa, then we have D Law behind him. You know what I'm saying? So like we're not hurting for pass rushers on this team. That's all I'm saying. I need run defenders. I need big bodies.
But big bodies.
Siaki Ika's the pick.
Let me see the comments real quick. I can't see the comments, man, because I'll be going on that page. I can't see the comments. But shout out to my man. Shout out to my man, Coach Marv. He said Zach not playing 3 years. I bet my life on that. Maybe 2 years. Man.
I mean,
I will say that more about Tyron Smith, because Zach Martin, I mean, as long as he keep his legs right, and he has the physicality. We all know that. You know what I mean? But he's that. I'm not going to go against Zach, because Zach is a gold level type of player. That he's done it for so long, so I can't really bet against him.
Is Coach Marv saying that from a from like an attribute perspective, like he's gonna fall off, or is he gonna, or is that?
I think he's eventually he about to crumble eventually.
Nah, not Zach. Not Zach. Yeah. Zach,
he said get you a wide receiver or cornerback. Yeah, I was looking at Stevenson's. It was just so many ways to go, but that's the thing. Like, once we get to the second round of this draft, a lot of people's going to be wanting Dallas to go a certain way, but they might end up going another way. That's going to be tricky. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on how the board falls in the first round. But the second round is going to be a little bit tricky, man. Some people are going to be mad about their pick in the second round. I'm telling you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Dallas they don't really have extreme needs, but you got to go get impact guys.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go with this joint. Yeah. All right. Got to wrap this joint up, bro. All right. So 90th pick, man. Let's go, man. Let's see.
So who's that running back?
What y'all thinking, chat? What y'all thinking right now, man? I mean, it's a lot of places we can go. You do got this guy, Israel. What y'all think about Israel Apakanda from Pittsburgh? I've been hearing a lot of things about him. Chase Brown, man.
Who's that wide receiver?
Chase Brown, bruh. Hey, shout out to Coach Marv, man. Hey, look, I'd take him right here if it was up to me. Jonathan Mingo, he's kind of like a Michael Gallup type. You know what I'm saying? Good player, but you know what I'm saying? Sam Laporta, I heard a lot of good things about Sam Laporta. Let's see. Go
to linebacker.
Ivan Pace. Okay. DeMarvion Overshown. He was a top 30 pick, bro. He was a top 30 pick. I actually like this guy, Savachia Dennis. I like him. He's a good player. Don't know where he's gonna get drafted, but he's a pretty solid player.
I think for my position, that we should draft here is wide receiver.
If you're going to draft a wide receiver, the one that I feel, just like I said, it's either going to come down to guys like Tank Dell or it's going to be Jonathan Mingo. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Mingo is, the thing is with them, bro, they breed a lot of guys. They breed a lot of, Ole Miss breeds a lot of good wide receivers, man, those stout wide receivers. So, let's see, man. Yeah, I think Mingo got to be the guy, bro.
I like Mingo too. I agree.
Yeah, I really do. Shout out to my man Freight Train. Shout out to Amp Sports. What's good, bro? All right, we'll go ahead with it. We go with Jonathan Mingo. All right, we're gonna do one more, cuz. All right, it's been a long stream, man. We've been on this stream for a minute, man.
Hey, we having fun though.
All right, now. All right, let's see what's rocking, man.
Yeah, we gotta do trade scenarios on Tuesday's show.
Yeah.
Because I can see us moving up in the second round to go get a guy. Like, if we really like somebody.
Yeah, we can, man. If you like
or
them.
If somebody's falling, we could.
You can. You definitely can. We'll do trades next time, cuz. All right. Damn, dog. My man, dang it, man. Chase went. Where'd he go? I wanted to get him so bad. Yeah, he went to Illinois. He went to Green Bay. Dang.
How many picks before?
Man, he went at 116. Yeah, I wanted to get him, but I knew that if we wasn't going to get him in the third, then you could.
What pick are we at now?
We're at the 129. So he went quickly. Let's see. All right, but we gotta get it. We gotta get ourselves.
I kind of want to go back.
I still do like some of these wide receivers though, but it's crazy. I could have waited for the wide receiver, you know what I'm saying, to get my running back, but
is Tank Dell still there?
Yeah, Tank Dell's still there, but I'm not sitting here double dipping at the wide receiver position. I'm not doing that. If anything, I'd rather go like a guy like Tajay Spears. I feel
like
Tajay Spears. Yeah, man, good player, explosive guy, and that rounds out a pretty good draft. This one, they was taking some players in this draft. They was taking a lot of players, but it's all good. We got our guys that we want, and yeah, man, we'll go Tajay Spears on this one to wrap it up. All right, let's see. Tajay Spears, man. All right, we're gonna wrap this up now.
So that's 2 weapons. That's 2 weapons for Dak plus offensive lineman.
Hey, plus trenches is everything.
Yeah, and plus with one technique to shore up this defense.
Yep.
I like it.
Not too bad, man. All right, y'all. We about to wrap this up. This is a good stream, man. This is a long stream. Very, very long stream. Shout out to Coach Mars. Shout out to Amp Sports. Freight Train. Y'all already know what it is, man. We turn up all the time. It's always good. Good fun on this side, man. Got to switch it up. Yeah, man. Have a good time with it. So we'll be back on. I'll probably be back on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get back on talking on football. Y'all already know what it is, man. Throw them up, bro.
Let me know. Hey, appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Next time.